had, 3? It's nice having a friend that makes you live on the edge, like you just don't know.
I'm on the edge. Who's that?
Eric.
Oh.
Has us living on the edge. I love it. All the way back from the 80s when I knew him. He just lives on the edge. Everybody's got.
Can you send Joe your picture of him from earlier this week?
Oh, I sure can.
He's so pretty. He looks transgender.
He was very pretty.
No, Eric was transgender in high school, wasn't he?
No. Well,
I'm convinced he became transgender.
Okay, well, let's ask him.
Eric was a female who became a male.
Yeah, I'll send you the picture. He was a stud football player. He was a couple years younger than me. And my next door neighbor that dated him was 2 years older than him. And the girls all really liked him. He was a football stud. Okay, so I'm sending this to you, Eric. Or not Eric. I'm sending Eric.
Send it to Joe. I'd like to send it.
I'm sending it to Joe right now. And it just says Eric. So if he gets here, then we can say, don't anybody say, can anybody pick out Eric in the photo? I sent it to you, Joe.
I'm falling for you.
He looks like a young Steven Tyler.
Yes, very true. The girls all kind of thought he was really cute, and he played football, and he was in a band, and not much has changed. You go to a concert, the girls all still think he's cute.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the show before the show. Hi, Trisha, Angie, Bendy. Kelly will be here at 9:00 today, guys. And I guess we need to put this dating game thing. I don't know how we're going to do that, but she's up for it. The dating game.
The show before the show dating game. No, we could have that during.
And then Langford will be our second dating game contestant.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I think that's great. He is a cutie.
The blind man's the best man to date because you always know where I'll be.
That's right. Always know where you'll be.
I can't believe he said that.
You don't have to wear makeup or anything. If you date him, he won't know.
I was asked because we had a great show with him yesterday.
I really enjoyed
Langford Cunningham, Blind City Podcast. But I was told, we never found out why he went blind.
Well, we'll just have to have him on again.
Or how it happened because he had eyesight.
Yes,
and then he
did.
just
glaucoma.
Lost it.
He did. He said glaucoma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did.
I don't remember hearing that.
He did right at the very beginning. And I heard a lot of feedback about him that most people could not stand the little white man.
Well, of course.
They came in, they couldn't stand him. And they've heard him on a different show, but they thought he was better on our show because he was buffered by Langford. And they really liked Langford. So that people that would normally tune
Langford is a white man's dream.
He is a white
Let's
man's
just
dream.
be honest.
He is.
He's a black man from the city calling out the city.
Yes. He was great. He was really great. Yeah, I enjoyed him.
It's a Fix Up Friday, baby.
Fix him up.
Fix her up Friday.
Tara saying he and Kelly,
baby.
He and Kelly would be a hoot. That would be a cute little matchup.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That would be a good one.
What do you mean matchup?
Langford and Kelly.
Lizzie.
Well, Tara thinks so, and Tara's smart. So what do you think about that?
In her Santa outfit. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Yeah. And Judy said she liked Langford's page. He's a yeller. He is a yeller.
Yeah, he is. Come on now, I said it.
Yeah.
That made me think of I got out my Dirty Christmas Jokes book over the Christmas holiday too.
Did you yell and scream while you read?
What's the difference between Santa Claus and Tiger Woods? Even Santa Claus stopped at 3 hoes. I'm sorry.
That's good.
Of course, the snowman one we talked about.
Yep.
With the snowblower coming down the street.
Yep. We talked about Santa, not why Santa doesn't have any children.
Why?
Because he only comes once a year, and when it does, it's down the chimney.
Balls.
It's beginning.
I had that ready because I thought she was going to say something about snowballs or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about Santa's snowballs. I have no idea about those.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho.
Tara, good morning to you. Jeannie, Robert, Karen, Chris. I actually started watching his podcast. Oh, Tara says I started watching his podcast last night. I don't agree with everything he says, nor all of his guests, but it's thought-provoking and honest. Yeah, that was all their situation about school shooters. They're white. They don't get killed. Well, when police say freeze or drop your weapon, they do.
Yeah.
It's simple.
Yeah.
But if you're white, black people just can't get over that. Well, black people getting shot.
Right.
Well, black people not complying.
Right. You were pretty
Simple.
You were pretty straightforward about that yesterday, which I was very proud of you about that.
But
did
you
not
have to
back
be.
down.
You know, I was looking at this today. 5 of the massive school shootings in the last few years,
Yeah.
all by transgender people.
Yeah. What's up with that?
It's a mental illness,
It is a
and
mental
people don't want to hear it. It is.
It is. There's something wrong.
So here's my theory on that.
On
Yes.
which part, buddy?
On our, why schools are being shut up by transgender is because of the critical race theory classes that some of them teach.
Yeah, I could see that too. No, I agree with that with the critical race theory all in there.
You don't feel like you belong. And
correct.
And you feel like, wait a second, I need to be something else.
Right.
And that's, imagine dealing with that.
Yeah, that would be really tough.
So,
Really tough. Yeah.
So I think it's just very confused people taking it out on the place that taught them.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't.
Or where they're at most of the time, or where they feel not part of everybody.
Right.
Yes.
They feel left out.
Denver school shooter, Nashville school shooter, Colorado Springs school shooter, Aberdeen school shooter, all transgender. All. That's
all. That
but
says
guess
a
what?
lot.
And how much do you hear that in the media?
Yeah, and how much?
Zero.
Right.
And how much help are you trying to get people? Zero.
And they left like a letter or something that they're not reading to everybody. They're leaving a message.
Correct.
They are saying a message that we're not getting.
I agree. Yep.
Other than they're trying to kill our kids.
Right. Mm-hmm. Very true. Very, very true. You know that there's a letter. You know there is. And you know that there's people that are talking about it at school, and they don't interview any of those kids.
Hey, Sally, good morning to you. Jeannie, Joe, Tara. Yeah, oppressor and oppressed.
Yeah.
Entitled. Those kinds of situations.
Mm-hmm.
Jay, good morning to you. Tells you everything you need to know. I forgot to do that one as we get ready. We'll start the show in a second. Joe, I have to find this really quick. I'm sorry.
No need to apologize. It's your show.
We got where is it? I had some questions for Kelly. I wondered if she knew, because she has millions of followers, and I guess it takes one to know one, right?
There you go.
Who are the most followed people on social media? Who has the most followers? I got to find it again.
She probably already knows that answer.
I don't know if she does, but now I can't find it where I had it. Damn. Looking for it really quick. It is Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome into the show before the show. Get ready to start this bad boy off in just a little bit. Final show of 2023.
Yes, that seems like it went by really fast.
Yeah, we're going to come out of the gate with something strong.
Yes.
My
really good show today.
Regarding Donald Trump.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. Yeah, I'll say it in a second.
Yeah, don't say it now.
I can't find it. Oh, well, I'll look for it later. I'll put it here. Although there was one. I'll try one more deal here and then we'll get going. There we go.
You find it?
I think so.
Wonderful.
Well, I don't know, man. All right. Joe, we can go ahead and get the show started, buddy. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to canceltheshow.com. I'm Vic Faust with Lizzie Sparks, Pro Joe in the house as well. Kelly Manno, social media superstar, will be in with us in the 9 o'clock hour. That's in an hour from now. Eric Johnson may be in. He had a concert last night. You said, I didn't know that he had a concert.
Yeah, at Brewski's.
We're here Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 a.m. Central, all the time on our website, canceltheshow.com. News headlines, politics, interviews, both local and national. The cancel culture education. We have our Free for All Fridays where we get into all kinds of things, and we love you to be a part of this live cast. We are grateful that you guys jump in with us when you do and be a part of the show. Fastest 2 hours in podcasting, the final show of 2023 today. We have a lot to get into regarding what's happening for predictions for 2024, the best and worst of 2023. What's on the horizon? Is a Black Swan event on the way? I mean, you've legitimately got mainstream news reporters saying that. A Simpsons prediction for 2024 that came out in a previous episode that we will show you as well, and anything that you guys bring to the table, because it is a free-for-all Friday. Lizzie, you doing good today? You ready to rock and roll?
Ready to rock and roll. It's going to be a good day.
I agree. It's a good day to have a good day. Isn't that what you say?
That's what I say.
And we thank all of our partners as we have. Wenty's, of course, in the Chesterfield Valley. Ben and Kerr, great place to watch the Mizzou football Tiger team tonight as they take on the Ohio State Buckeyes in the Cotton Bowl. Looking forward to that. Wenty's in the Chesterfield Valley, some of the best pizza, burgers, wings, and smoked meats that you're going to find. How about WeQuip, the peer-to-peer rental marketplace where renters can go to search for items that they need that their neighbors might not have. And by the way, their owner, Paige Measley, who's been in the studio a couple times and came to our holiday outing, announced on Facebook yesterday, of course, that's where you do it, I guess now, that she is pregnant. Her and her husband are having.
Oh, congratulations to her.
They showed the picture, so that was really cool. Strategic Air Services, where we broadcast live out of the St. Louis, Missouri area, Chesterfield, Spirit Airport, the premier private transportation provider in all things aviation, aircraft management to concierge services and acquisition. Plus, if you're looking to learn how to be a pilot, if you are a pilot, email them. Go to our website, canceltheshow.com, and we have links to send you there. Solar City STL, making renewable energy part of your life. Let the heavy lifting be done by them. Get a quote. Ask them questions. Tell them that you heard from Cancel This. Heard them on Cancel This. They'll be coming up on the show next week. Ham Hamrah with Route 66 Cannabis, your fast lane to the Midwest premier cannabis shopping experience. 5 locations throughout the St. Louis area. And of course, their Ostara brand line, which is in hundreds of stores across the state. Kathy Helbig Strick, Steve Strick, experienced real estate partners. They're in Chicago for the weekend to celebrate her birthday.
How fun.
So that's nice. 314-276-SOLD, 314-276-SOLD. Also, Steve in the mortgage business with New American Funding, and they've got their New Age Health Wellness store, which continues to explode. I saw a link and I told her about this. She's like, what the hell? Because the business is doing so well, and people are using Ozempic or Ozempic-like drugs. I mean, when you do it correctly and not overdosing on it and you do your blood work, there are now pills they're vibrating pills that you swallow.
Vibrating pills?
And they shake in your stomach.
Wow.
I know. This is like the next thing. And I was like, she's like, give me a break.
Right.
I sent her
Like
the link of it.
shaking your stomach. That would make
Yeah.
you, well, I don't
Complete auto body repair, Curtis Barks and crew, fastest growing auto service center in the region, family owned, been a big supporter of ours during 2023. And Amini's, your leading supplier in traditional and infrared saunas and saltwater hot tubs. Take a look at it. It'll shock you when you look at the facts of the health factor for having a sauna and how inexpensive they really are and how affordable they are. This is Cancel This. Vic Faust here, Lizzie Sparks, Pro Joe in the house. Please like, subscribe, share the show. You can send stars as well. We appreciate donations, help us keep going. We've had some during this past year and it helps keep us going, and we're grateful for that. You go to canceltheshow.com and you click on donation, and it's that simple, and it helps us do what we're trying to do here. So we are grateful for that. The 100-day cough going around. No, I feel great. I didn't get sleep last night because I was up picking up my son.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that he has to, but he loves to work.
Good for him.
He came over from Christmas break and he's working late. So we had to give up his car when he went to college and for other reasons. So I pick him up.
Right.
Normally they get done about 9:30, 10 at night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there. I didn't pick him up until like 11:30.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That makes the
my
morning
God.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, glad that you guys are joining us today and glad that you're partnering with us. If you know of anybody that would want to partner with us as we start into 2024, let us know. This is a big brand. We push out not only local, but national. And it's all about finding the right people to give them a shot and to give us a shot to come here. And your comments are great. And of course, us partnering with them. So it's a big, happy family. All right. The final show of 2023. We do invite you to please jump in today. Your best stories, worst stories, most notable stories from 2023 and predictions for 2024.
Yeah.
I will write them down and we will go back and look. I will write them down and we will go back and look. I've got pen and paper here as well today. Eric may show up in the 9 o'clock hour, but there's one thing that has me, as we get into hardcore, a little bit more hardcore news, but it's also something that I said yesterday. Yesterday, for the first time, I said, I don't think Donald Trump's going to be allowed in the White House. I finally accepted it. Now people are going to get pissed. Whatever it takes to keep Donald Trump off is what it's going to do. That's what these people are going to do, the deep state. And I said it. And then what happens last night? Oh, here comes Maine. First of all, Colorado, a judge overruled that where Donald Trump was put back onto the ballot in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Then what happens a short time later? Maine goes, oh, we're going to try to use this 14th Amendment. We're going to take Donald Trump off our ballot. And they're just going to pop from liberal state to liberal state to liberal state, which is why I say shame on you liberals for trying to do this. And if you're a liberal and you live in that state, you should be ashamed of yourself and your party for trying to do something illegal. It's disingenuous, and it's killing this country.
Mm-hmm.
Because in a fair election, Donald Trump would crush Joe Biden.
Oh, 100%.
So Maine, their Secretary of State, ultra liberal lady, comes out and says, well, we're going to take him off our ballot.
Mm-hmm.
So then guess what? Then the Supreme Court, then the Republicans in the state have to do what they do. And then it's just over and over and over. Keep jumping over the hoops. Keep jumping through the hoops, jumping over the hurdle over and over and over again. I'm sorry, this country, there is a massive fight for freedom. There's a massive fight for the way we used to do it. And I'm not happy. I'm not confident with what's going on. And Lizzie, I feel more so this morning heading into 2024 that there is no way in hell the deep state allows Donald Trump near the White House.
Well, and if that's the case, that's why they're going after Nikki Haley so hard. Because if they can really do what they want to do, even though Mark Kaysen said yesterday there's no deep state, we know flat out there's a uniparty deep state that will do anything. He can't accept
it. If he accepted a deep state, then he'd have to accept the
Correct.
villainous activities against him.
I don't know how anybody can deny that there's a deep state at this point.
Well, when you are in denial, like Vic said, that's the only way you could think that there's not a deep state. But they're going after, Nikki Haley so hard because she may be the second running up so that they can get their Democrat in. So, I mean, I have to be positive, and I'm probably delusional, but I have to be positive and think that Trump is coming back. But I thought that also going into 2020, and they ripped it away from him.
When I saw, but thinking back 6 months ago, we talked on the show. We said, guys, the indictments are just the start.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they can't get any traction with the indictments, there's going to be something else.
Correct.
And
They haven't stopped.
And they're not going to. It's going to continue to happen because Donald Trump is the worst nightmare for people who want to close up everything.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want the light shined in those dark corners. They want their corruption to continue. They want the open borders to destroy this country. They want the high prices. They want to take away a middle class to establish elite status because Democrats are elite. They don't care about their minorities who are voting for them. They don't at the highest levels. They just don't. Let's have a factual conversation. We're not people just spouting off opinions. We're backing it with fact. You look at the voting and you look at the track records. It all adds up. And to not try to have a fair election and do everything you possibly can after everything that happened in 2020 and everything we talked about yesterday with the Secretary of State from Georgia, a Republican refusing to testify about the safety of Dominion machines, refusing to put the safety measures in place to make sure that a cyber attack can't happen on 2024 until after the election. You guys are awake, and it makes me happy that most of you are. That's why the show needs to be sent out. That's why you need to let your friends know. Maine. First of all, Michigan said we're not going to go down this path. Colorado, the Ultra 7 judges, 4 of them, of course, they just got put in their place yesterday.
Good.
By a judge. And then immediately after, Maine's going to pop up. And then you'll have other little states that try to pop up and get some political clout. And I think a lot of these attorney generals who are doing this, ultra liberal, and it's all red versus blue. It's just, it's not about fact.
It's obvious.
And it's not about evidence. It's about political party.
Yes.
Which is dividing this country. And I wish I was more happy. And that's why I don't have a good feeling about what's happening for 2024 in Donald Trump. They're going to do whatever it takes, whatever kind of event. And I know we're coming into 2023, into 2024. That's my prediction.
Yeah.
I'm coming right out of the gate this morning. And I hope that I'm wrong.
I hope that you're wrong too.
I don't know how Donald Trump makes the White House in 2024.
He just doesn't have anyone fighting enough behind him. I mean, you've got the patriots on the ground level, but we can keep fighting and fighting and fighting, but we can't legislate anything. The legislators around him are just sitting back and watching this train wreck. They're just watching it. So I can't think of really any influential person that is helping him right now try to get into the presidency. I just don't see it.
Well, he doesn't need it, but you know what? That's by design.
Oh,
he doesn't want partners.
That's true.
He doesn't need the partners, and that's why the country is where it is. On top of everything that Lizzie and I have said and Joe have said this morning, just listen to the sound from Vivek at one of his events, talking about the exact same thing that I just brought up, about how Donald Trump will not be allowed near the White House. And you know Vivek, for all of his positives and his negatives, the dude speaks truth. He's not afraid of anybody. He comes out, whether people are still trying to figure this young guy out, but he speaks direct. He doesn't speak in puzzles and innuendos and riddles. He speaks black and white. Listen to Vivek talk about what people are trying to do to Donald Trump.
It takes a dark turn, but I think I have a good sense of what's going to happen here.
Okay.
They're leading into a trap. They're not going to let Trump get anywhere near the White House. They're not going to let him.
What about?
So the goal is, have him be the nominee. And by hell or high water, one way or other, they're not going to have him. They're not going to let him.
What about the other two, though?
It's not them.
Who is it?
It's within our own party.
Okay. It's within our own party?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Hey, look at the people who voted to keep Trump off the ballot. Who are they putting up? Who are lawsuits to keep him off the ballot? Larry Fink to Reid Hoffman. Who are they propping up? So it's a game. And I'm in this to make sure that doesn't happen. But they want it to be a two-horse race, eliminate him, put up actually the Trojan horse within the Republican Party that keeps the war machine humming and keeps the restrictions on speech and the censorship agenda. Get it done. Who needs Democrats when you can get it done through the Republican Party?
Okay.
So you do the math.
Okay.
You do the math on that. That's what's coming.
I believe it 100%. That's what's coming. I really do.
Yeah. He said the word Trojan horse, and we all know what he means by that. They're going to put somebody up. If it's time for them to have a Republican again, they are going to pick up somebody that's going to do the uniparty deep state things by design. They want Nikki Haley, but I think they've now got even Ron DeSantis right where they want it because they've started to control him. So either one of them can be easily controlled, and that's a shame because I kind of liked Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, we've talked about that whole situation. Ron screwed it up, and then
sure
unfortunately, it's just and he's shown a lot of bad. Just he's shown a lot of bad. I'm sorry, he just has.
Yes, he has.
And if people can't handle the truth, they don't have to listen to the truth. They can go to people where they'll have echo chambers and, oh, Ron's great. No, Ron's not great. He's not great right now. He could be. He's going to have to reinvent himself again. But because he went after the Don and did the things that he did and wasn't respectful, he has now been put in a situation that has shown all of his flaws. It just makes me sad to hear Vivek talk about this, knowing he's being recorded.
Yes.
Knowing this stuff is actually out there. And when you look up Reid Hoffman became, the billionaire that he is through LinkedIn. He created LinkedIn. I looked up and I did the research on Reid. The only political candidate who I see him donating a ton of money to is Nikki Haley.
Yeah.
Larry Fink said that the reports of Ron DeSantis and Vivek Ramaswamy saying that he has put money behind Nikki Haley are false. So I don't know about that, but I couldn't find any record of that. And have a long experience of trying to find those things and where you find them. Couldn't find it. So, but it is a fact that Reid Hoffman from LinkedIn did and has and is supporting Nikki Haley in a massive way. So is Jamie Simon. More interest rates. What is his title? It's on the tip of my tongue. He's all about Nikki Haley. All these Nikki Haley, Nikki, and it happened all of a sudden.
Correct.
They realized Ron DeSantis has zero chance. Oh, maybe a woman could go after Donald Trump. Maybe that's what could be the key. And she's in, or at least she's been alleged to be in the deep state, but who knows? All of these things frustrate me because I that's my prediction. I seriously think Vivek is onto something. And I think that's why these candidates have stayed in.
Yes.
These Republican candidates know they have no shot at Donald Trump. But maybe if we can get Donald Trump out of there, kick him out, maybe we can swoop in. The Republican Party is not excited about Ron DeSantis.
No, they're not.
And if Donald Trump were to go out of the race, would you really feel comfortable about a Ron DeSantis right now?
No, I would not.
Hell no. Hell no. Nikki Haley?
Even worse off. Yes. Nikki Haley scares me because she is such a deep state warmonger that is no different than having a Democrat. No different whatsoever. And Ron DeSantis has run out of steam, as Bindi says. So I agree with that too. This is a sad situation.
The war, if Donald Trump is not on the ballot, and of course the deep state, and there is the deep state, that includes Republicans,
yes,
are trying to do anything and everything to keep him off the ballot, to not, even if he was, just to keep him away from the White House, which leads into so much more that we've been talking about as well. What's going to happen in all of these situations? Well, Catherine Herridge, I like her and I respect her, more importantly. Great reporter, longtime Fox News reporter, now works with CBS. She was on Face the Nation and they were talking about predictions for 2024. And, everything was kind of ho-hum, natural. And then she breaks out this. Catherine Herridge went a little dark on predictions for 2024 as we do this final cancel this show of 2023. And this isn't some hardcore right-wing campaign strategist talking about things for 2024. This is a mainstream news reporter, a female news reporter with a lot of hype, with a lot of credibility, awards, and listen to what she says, what she is predicting for 2024.
Well, mine's a little dark. I just feel a lot of concern that 2024 may be the year of a black swan event. This is a national security event with high impact that's very hard to predict. There are a number of concerns that I have that factor into that. Not only this sort of enduring heightened threat level that we're facing, the wars in Israel, also Ukraine. And we're so divided in this country in ways that we haven't seen before. And I think that just creates fertile ground for our adversaries like North Korea, China, and Iran. And that's what concerns me most.
A black swan event is described as a high impact event that is difficult to predict under normal circumstances, but that in retrospect appears to have been inevitable.
Yes.
A black swan event is unexpected and therefore difficult to prepare for, but is often rationalized with the benefit of hindsight as having been unavoidable. Well, it was going to happen anyway. No, and that's all crap. And that's how a lot of things get written off. Well, we were headed down that road. Not much we can do about that. So it's not just cancel this. You've got mainstream news reporters talking about how concerned they are because of all of the crap that's not only going on in America, but around this world and the destabilization of America since Donald Trump left office. And it's all black and white if you want to connect the dots. You'll have naysayers like Mark Kaysen, and their pride is so hard that they refuse to look at facts. I love Mark as a person, but he's refusing to look at the facts, got his head in the sand, because if you pull your head up out of the sand and you look at facts, you're like, oh shit, I don't have an argument anymore.
Correct.
What
They
am I
can't
gonna
look at
do?
facts. They can't look at facts. And the facts are very obvious. She didn't exactly say.
It's about facts, not feelings.
Yes.
Facts, not feelings. Facts, not feelings.
Well, and as they say, that if you can't ruin a country, then you try to get it ruined from within. And that's what's happening. I mean, the division, as she said, is so big. I've never seen it that way in our lifetime. And then with the open border and Chinese young men are coming over. I mean, and it's army fighting people that are coming over. And you just, those two things alone can make a black swan event. Just those two things. And we have a lot more problems than that.
Speaking of which, hostages, American hostages, still not gotten back by Joe Biden. Come on, Democrats. Let's hear where's your argument for our American hostages still being held? How about all you pro-Palestinians? Oh, stop, ceasefire, all this bullshit. And yet you're not talking about American hostages being taken care of. You're not talking about the American lives that were lost. We're now hearing stories from females like Mia Shem, who is finally opening up about, as she says, her daily Holocaust as she was under the hands of Hamas, who were taking her from house to house in Palestine, keeping her hidden, because that's what the pro-Palestinian movement is all about. How Hamas had her and kept her for all of these days. She's now talking and opening up about it. Yeah, these are the things that are happening. These are the situations we can't forget as, we had our Christmas time and the New Year, because these are things that are happening. Americans are dead. Americans are still being held. And you have government, we got to keep Trump off the ballot. Got to keep Trump off the ballot. These are the serious things that are happening. Robert says our economy is going to buckle soon anyway.
Yeah.
We were already in a problem. And then you had the situation come up with all the illegal immigration, all the illegal aliens that are in this country right now, and it's continuing to pour in. And by the way, 2023, congratulations. This is what I will remember 2020. I had my prediction for 2024. What I remember most about 2023, and we'd like you guys to tell us the good, the bad, the ugly from 2023 and predictions for 2024. And you guys are jumping in as you always do, because it's you guys, by the way, thank you so much. I mean, you're literally one of the best interactive podcasts anywhere.
Agree.
And Lizzie has done a phenomenal job building that up. And we are grateful for you guys being a part of that with us. But
the listeners are fabulous. They're very smart and intelligent.
2023 for me is the year of immigration, illegal immigration. The year this country went way down to hell in a handbasket. Now, more illegals in this country in the year 2023 than ever before. And also the amount of illegals in this country right now is more than the total of 26 United States right now.
That is ridiculous.
Of 20 states in our country.
Wow. I mean,
think about that.
Say that again for the people in the
back.
The
amount of illegals that have now come into this country are more than the total population of 26 states in America. And it isn't stopped. It's continuing. That number continues to tick. And they're all coming here with no money. And they're all being taken care of. And it's buckling the system. And the media is refusing to cover it. And they're not covering it as they should. If we had a big, massive TV station, we'd be covering it. And that's what we try to do here on a daily basis. we would continue to try. So for me, 2023 is about that. But I know it's more happy and fun to hang out with our friends and do whatever it is and not think about it. But you've got to understand what's happening because your quality of life is soon going to change. And the whole idea was to change the middle class.
Correct.
And that's what I see happening.
Yes, I agree. And you have to protect yourself too, because it's coming. When you say that there's 20 states.
26.
Oh, 26. Okay.
The total population of 26 states is now less than the amount of illegals that have come into the country.
That is very scary.
The illegal aliens are everywhere. They're running around and they're looking for, I mean, New York Mayor Eric Adams was even explaining. Did I send you that video, by the way, Joe? I don't know. I don't know if I did. I mean, I know we're talking about 2023 and I talk about it being the year of immigration. I mean, here, this is, and this will blow your mind.
I do have an Eric Adams video.
You know what? Please play the Eric Adams. This is from yesterday. Him explaining what's happening with illegal immigration just in New York. New York has totally changed. Here's the mayor who has called out Joe Biden in the past.
Averaging anywhere from 2,500 to close to 4,000 a week. And if you do the math,
those are illegal aliens.
8,000 every 2 weeks, potentially 16,000 a month that we must feed, clothe, house, educate children, and all the services that you would give a normal adult. And we're seeing that play out on our streets of New York. And that is what the breaking point looks like, what we are experiencing right now.
Think about what he just said. That liberal Democratic mayor of New York City explained it. Sanctuary City, USA. Be careful what you wish for. Mm-hmm. Why must they feed? Why must they house? Why must they close people who are breaking the law? They're illegal for a reason. That doesn't mean you're a bad person if you refuse to do something. If you don't have the means to do it and you take away from veterans and people who are here legal, that's an issue. It's a problem. It should not be happening. Wake up. People need to wake up. That's what's happening.
It's because they don't identify as illegal aliens. They identify as asylum seekers.
Well, from the chat line, my experience with illegals are they are brash and mean, which I take as entitled because we know one of the worst things that's happened in this country is the entitlement.
Correct. They are brash and mean. When you see an illegal and they can get things we can't get, they can go to the grocery store and they have food stamps. They can go and get free health care at your local hospital. And when they don't like something about it, they scream and yell, where Americans, for the most part, don't. We try to be nice. We try to wait our turn. And the illegals are brash and they're nasty acting.
And it's why Americans are going to pay a price because of our heartstrings. Oh, well, that's all fine. Let's do this. Troy says we're in deep shit. Fuck Joe Biden. Okay. Aren't they breaking the law? Yeah, they're breaking the law. Put them on a plane and send them back way south. Trump says that's what he'll do. Giving everything to them, but jack shit to the homeless. That's right. Illegal, aiding and abetting, all of these things that are going on.
Yeah. Well, like somebody on the chat line said, they're like illegal Karens.
Yeah.
That's what they are. And I hate to use the word Karens because we have a bunch of Karens that listen and they're nothing like these illegals. No. They pay their bills. They're smart. They're educated. They're kind. And then you've got these illegals coming in and taking. And here's the element that a lot of people don't even think about. They're not like civilized people.
Who?
Many of them illegals.
I don't know. I mean, I know
no, Vic, they're not.
I have to think most just want a better life, but but it doesn't matter. If you do something illegal, you're knowingly doing it over and over and over and over again, then yeah, it's a problem. But I don't know if most of them are.
Oh, I haven't seen any that is kind. And it's not like I live in New York, so I see as many there, but most of the ones I've seen are entitled, and they're not brought up the same way that we are. And that's where your heartstrings start to get tugged, because you see them, they look less than, they look like they're hungry or they're tired or whatever, but you try to help them and you don't give them something they want, they're mean.
Well, we have certainly seen evidence of that, but here's the problem. You get told certain things. Oh, go to America, you'll be taken care of. But we've also shown the video where many of the illegals that come here are like, wait a second, this isn't what we were told.
Correct.
Because America does not have the resources. We do not have the resources. That's why liberal Democratic mayors are crying rivers of tears right now, because they know the budget doesn't add up. It does not work, which is why there is a process, which is why you have to have law and order. Without law and order, you have anarchy. And when you have anarchy, you have chaos. And when you have chaos, you have crime, and you have all kinds of bad, which is going on. It's happening, guys. It's happening before our eyes right now.
Did you hear about how some of them wanted to go home and see their families back to the countries that they came from over the holidays?
Yes. And they wanted America to pay the bill, to foot the bill, to go back to visit their relatives and then come back. I mean, they're that entitled. We can't just go into another country and just walk in the door and ask for a gift card and a phone and health insurance and free schooling. We'd go to jail.
As Megan says, we all want a better life, but we have to work for it. That's how America became what it was. And is not anymore. Jay says, and yet the illegals complain about food and lodging. David brings up the fact that minimum wage is about $20 per hour now in California, and it drives people to want to come. This is more money in a week than they make in a year.
That is true. In other countries, they don't make as much, so they come here. So $20 an hour for them is great. And they know they can go right to California because California will just open the door.
And we're not trying to be mean ever. We're talking about facts, not feelings, facts, not feelings. This isn't about pulling on the heartstrings. This is about a country that has been invaded. It's about an administration, but too many damn people don't want to swallow their pride and admit that Joe Biden doesn't know what's going on, and that somebody else is running the country, because it takes thought process. People don't like to think. They like machine gun headlines. Headline. It requires a thought process. Wait a second. If Joe Biden doesn't know what he's doing, and clearly he has shown everybody this, who does? Who is running the country? Who's allowing all of this to happen? And why? And then why is this happening? Would this ever happen in this great America from the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s? What, really? No, somebody wouldn't want to hurt us in this country. No, we're tough, we're strong. But people don't know all the facts, which is what we do here. We bring you the facts, which is why we say like, subscribe, share our show. Please go to canceltheshow.com. Check out our platforms. Like it there. Send it to people. Let people know to check us out. Give us story ideas, guests to talk to, because we can't talk about this enough. As we started the show off, Vivek Ramaswamy saying Donald Trump will be nowhere near the White House. And it's what I said yesterday. He's like, the deep state is going to keep him out, which includes Republicans, by the way. Keep him out. He is not going to see the White House. That's what Vivek Ramaswamy said. Then we see Catherine Herridge, CBS News reporter, mainstream media, saying a black swan event for 2024. There's too much stuff. Everything's buckling. We're coming under attack in a variety of ways. Once again, under Joe Biden's watch.
Yes. And that is so true.
Eric Adams in New York talking about the immigration that's coming in. This is wrapping up 2023. Listen, I know it's dark. I know it's not a fun topic. At 9 o'clock, we're going to have more fun when Kelly comes in.
But we have to speak the truth.
That's the dessert. We're having the protein right now.
Yeah, the ugly meat of the matter.
Yeah, protein can be good though.
Well, this protein isn't good. This protein sucks.
Yeah.
It's not good. And people are noticing on the chat line, no matter where they live, whether they live on the East Coast, West Coast, South, many people here in the Midwest, they are seeing things they have never seen in their life. They'll go into a store, they see races that they've never seen. Now, this is not being racist. It's just they're seeing things that they've never seen and languages that they've never heard in their county. And that's fine. That's a beautiful thing. Diversity is great, but that's not what's going on. These are invaders that are here illegally and taking our resources. And we're already depleted. Heck, you know what? Millions and millions have gone to Ukraine. And so we don't have.
Continue to.
And continue to. I mean, that is
because
so
Joe Biden's absent. And it's not just about ripping this old senile man. It's about talking about the facts of what's actually really going on. And backing up David's comment about $20 an hour for minimum wage in California, Ryan reminds us that Pizza Hut just laid off 1,100 employees in the state of California because guess what? The $20 minimum wage. And and I'm not trying to make it Republicans versus Democrats because I know there's a deep state that continues to include both. But here's an issue. Instead of talking about these massive issues, all of a sudden, here's what the Democrats did. Instead of talking about policy, when you have policy that just does not work and it's getting crushed as we see right now, what do? You change the race. Have you ever had a debate with somebody and they refuse to admit they're wrong, or they refuse to understand, okay, maybe you're right, and then they switch the subject? They don't want to answer the questions. Mark did that twice yesterday. Joe asked him a question. I asked him a question. He refused to answer. If you can't compete with...
He completely ignored. Like he just kind of, he didn't even look at me. And Mark, he paused and then just kept going.
Mark, if you're listening, you did it twice, but that's beside the point.
Because he couldn't answer it the way that was correct.
Exactly. I think that he didn't answer it because he didn't have an answer for it.
Correct.
So if you can't compete with policy and the Democrats have not been able to / deep state, you know what you do? You create social issues. You change the race. You try to change the game. You change the rules. And then, let's talk transgender. Let's talk entitlement. Let's talk about race issues. Let's get everybody divided over race instead of talking about the massive issues of economy, talking about a secure border, talking about keeping inflation down, talking about making America great again first, America first policies, not everything else that's going on. Hell, Mark Kason's Joe Biden saved NATO. Whoop-de-doo.
Right.
Really?
Well, we don't care about
Joe
NATO.
Biden
That doesn't help America.
These are the key issues that get us passionate to talk about. And it's what you guys do a great job. Sorry, I have not been doing a good job. If anybody, diversion tactics, of course, they're experts at it. Once again, if you have predictions for 2024 or some of the best of stories of 2023, best, worst things you'll remember, bring that all up. Mine was immigration. It's the year of 2023, in my humble opinion, was a terrible year, specifically for this country because of illegal immigration. All the illegal aliens running around. That's whatever. And of course, the year unprecedented where you had a former president indicted and had a mugshot and all of the bullshit because the man is doing more for this country and did more for this country than any president we have ever had. And that's when you have the problems. Roland says that's when you refuse to move on. They are always intellectually dishonest and love the goalpost moving. Exactly. And it's not just Democrats. There's people in life that do that. Hey,
correct.
If you're wrong, listen, okay, fine. You're right. I'm wrong. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that you're not intelligent. It doesn't mean that you're not smarter than the person who told you. It just means you were wrong on that specific deal. Deal with it. Swallow your effing pride and move on. Hey, Donald Trump.
They do. I'm laughing at that, but that is so true. People are just like, Trump deranged man. I just hate that orange man. I just hate the fact that he tweets. I hate them. He's not good. He's been married 3 times. Oh my gosh, he's got 5 kids from 3 different women. That's this kind of stuff I hear. And I just say to them, I don't care about that. What I care about is the core of the country in which myself and my children live in. That's what I care about. I don't care what the moral fiber is of the person's sex life. I want America first.
Well,
period.
Former listener, viewer Drew Collins messaged me last night, literally within minutes of Maine. And for our listeners who maybe just be jumping in the show, Maine is now part of the deep state trying to, we're not going to let Donald Trump be on the ballot, which it won't work. These are all diversionary tactics. Within minutes of the Colorado situation happening, a friend of mine texts us in a group text, man, Colorado's going to keep him. I'm like, no, they're not. Watch. And of course, he's already been put back on the ballot in Colorado. A judge overruled what the dumbass judges did. He's going to be on the ballot. These are all diversionary tactics. They're trying to pull your attention away from the Biden crime family and all the crap that's going on with the Bidens. None of this stuff is going to work. They're all these tactics to try to get the American people to, maybe we can get to keep Donald Trump out of the White House, which is why we played the sound that we did. And it is scary when you think about things that are coming up and we talk about predictions for this year and next year. It's been a while since we've shown The Simpsons.
Yes.
But it is amazing because of the things that have happened over the years the past 20, 30 years of predictions where there's some credibility there. Not all the time, but there is some credibility. Yes, Michelle, it is a spiritual war going on. We talk
Yes.
about that a lot.
We do. Because that's
Don't
exactly
worry,
what it
Jeannie.
is.
I put Drew in his place.
Oh, if he could read what
I'm not
he
going to
said
read
to
it.
him, you guys would be so proud.
I care about Drew, and I offered some psychiatrist.
Yes, you
Not
did.
trying to be mean.
Not trying to be mean. Vic wasn't trying to be mean, but he told him he needs some psychological help.
Yeah, he needs medicine. That's why I wanted to enter the psychiatry. He needs prescribed something because anybody that sits on their phone and just waits for her, like, oh, I'm going to eat you Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, poor
Yeah.
Drew.
Poor Drew. We need to pray
Anyway.
for Drew.
Donna says the Simpsons are animated in China. I don't even know what that means.
Well, just that it's, like when the cartoon people, it's made in China.
Yeah. This is interesting because this is a prediction that was, and they'll tell you what show it was from, but for the year 2024. And you know what this prediction reminds me of? What was the horrible movie that we were talking about yesterday, produced by the Obamas?
Oh, Leave the World Behind.
Leave the World Behind.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It reminds me of this freaking episode.
Yes.
And by the way, do not spend a minute on that movie. Netflix movie. Do not spend a minute. It was one of the worst movies ever.
But if you watch it, if you do, people have watched it and have said, after you and I talked about this, people agreed with you. And they were like, it's the worst movie they ever saw. But then I said, did you understand that it was produced by the Obamas? And they're like, no.
Yeah, it
I'm
could
like,
be a sign of things to come.
That's right. Then they changed it to going, that scares me now because that's almost like a prediction of what they want to do to us. It changes everything when you know who produced it.
Well, I really want to know why all of a sudden the Obamas are in the movie industry.
Well,
Hollywood.
yeah.
Right.
Hollywood.
What?
The nastiness of Hollywood.
Yes, that just tells you
What?
they're nasty.
Ego driven. I mean, come on.
Mhm.
Let's be real. And this isn't being mean. Barack Obama is the most egotistical president we've ever had. He
Correct.
blows Donald Trump out of the water.
Uh-huh.
Just because he isn't as direct and honest. That man's ego is off the he might be the biggest egomaniac politician ever because he
Yes.
can't walk away. He's got to be in the limelight.
Yes,
He's
he
got to
does.
me. He couldn't get away from it. He decided to stay in DC. And of course, we already know the comment. He's like, a perfect life would be for me to continue a third term, sit in my sweatpants and make the calls and have somebody else out there.
Mhm. And that's what's going on.
Hmm.
He's telling us, and because of that direct statement that you made, Vic, that's why that movie is telling you what he wants to do to us. He is the biggest narcissist, the biggest mean, evil human. He wants us all annihilated.
Well, check out this prediction from The Simpsons, and we'll talk about it after this because it made me go, wow.
Predictions from The Simpsons for 2024 are genuinely eerie. This one is absolutely disturbing. In season 24, episode 9, Homer Simpson is preparing a bunker fully stocked with provisions for his family, anticipating something dreadful on the horizon. Shortly after, a solar superstorm strikes Springfield, a silent, invisible tempest sweeping through the town, causing severe consequences. This catastrophic event leads to a complete shutdown. No internet, no electricity, everything comes to a standstill. A solar superstorm could wipe out the internet for weeks or even months or even forever. The portrayal of a solar superstorm in the episode aligns with the potential real-world impact such an event could have. Interestingly, NASA has recently made a shocking discovery, a massive hole in the sun called the Coronal Hole. This hole, large enough to engulf 60 Earth-sized planets, is currently releasing solar storms at a staggering speed of 1.8 million miles per hour, and could be headed to Earth fast. The last time the Earth experienced such a storm was in 1859. It was known as the Carrington Event. The 2024 solar storm is predicted to be 60 times more powerful than the 1859 solar storm, possibly the strongest ever recorded in history. Such solar storms can have catastrophic effects on Earth, affecting satellite power grids, GPS, and potentially wiping out hard drives and the entire internet permanently. Might take decades for us to recover. It's only a matter of time.
I love this show. And I love that you guys love this show and you're a part of it because we do things here that nobody else does. And we do it on a regular basis and we produce a ton of content and it's not easy. But these are the messages that need to be going out.
Yes.
These are the things. Hey, listen, is it comedy? Is it entertainment? Maybe. But it is interesting to look at 2024 and all the predictions. And of course, you guys can continue to bring those predictions. I've only seen one prediction, and maybe I've missed some. Jay says there's going to be civil war in 2024. But The Simpsons, that episode aired, by the way, for people who want to know, in 2012 or 2012. 2012, episode 9 of that year. So that's almost 12 years ago. That episode of The Simpsons took place.
And that is scary to think. It sounds just so far-fetched when you think that you see The Simpsons or a movie on Netflix or any of that predicts the future. But we know that Hollywood is behind the Uniparty, or at least joined with the Uniparty, particularly the Democrats. So I think they get glee, and this is just an opinion, but I think that they get glee out about making these predictions, see if they can make it happen and hurt the little peons, because that's how they think of us. They're elitists. They're part of the Uniparty. We are taking the air that they breathe, and they think it's fun to toy with us, take our money and then toy with us. They're sick. They really are. It's a very sick, dark industry.
What do you guys think about that Simpsons episode from 2012? I'm just curious, could you see something like that happening in 2024? And the answer is 100% yes.
Yeah.
Look at everything that's gone on.
Yeah. You'd asked me that a couple years ago. And
I'm not trying to waste people's time by showing that, but my God.
No, I could see
I was like, holy crap, this is actually happening with everything else that's going on with The Simpsons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, predictions. It's always easier. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in 2024? I just don't see a lot of great stuff right now. And I'm sorry. I'm just being honest.
I know. I wish we could
Life is about ups and downs. It isn't always cookies and lemonade poolside, as I say.
I have a prediction.
Let's hear. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, this is definitely
let's hear it.
Important.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah. I think a pinnacle time in America is going to happen in 2024.
A pinnacle time.
Like
Good,
what?
Bad,
what do you mean?
What?
Well, just a big change is happening to America. I don't know what. Could be good, could be bad.
So you think it could be
something? There's definitely something's going to happen that's going to change America forever.
Well, I think we're headed that way for sure. I mean, the 2020 election was stolen from us by having what I call the plandemic. That is something that they are going to try in 2024 again. I don't think as many people are going to fall for it. But look, I mean, let's just be frank. There's so many people with masks again. Now, I'm not making fun of masks. There's people that are sick. I've seen more people dropping dead.
I'm not against masks. I've said that. If people want to wear a mask, wear your mask.
Correct. But I am against it when it's used as a hoax on our children. If you're an adult and you want to wear it, knock yourself out. They're now saying they really don't work, but if you still want to wear it, fine. But I think it was just, I agree with you, Joe. I think something in 2024 is going to be as big as something that happened in 2020. And I don't think it's going to be good. I wish it could be, because I'm a very positive person. But I mean, look at everything that they're doing. And if there is going to be a civil war, I'm not saying there is, but I could see it coming up, because if they steal the election again, and people don't rise up, which I think that they should. I don't want a war. I don't want bloodshed. But if they don't step up in 2024, I said this yesterday, our country's doomed, and everybody can just sit in their little pajamas and write Netflix and have leave the world behind happen to you because you didn't stand up.
Well, Mary says, people, do you have any of the emergency food supplies? Think about it. If you don't, is it something to start looking at? Robert says, and this is interesting because Robert has said this for at least a year, Kabul or deep state is losing. They're actually losing right now because there's not enough money to go around, because it's not just America that's struggling. China is as well. China is struggling big time. Infighting is taking many out, which should be interesting.
Yeah.
There's another, here's another prediction. Megan says the deep state gets flooded. I don't know what you mean by that. If they get called out, who knows? Donna says her prediction for 2024, there will not be an election. And
all of these sound far-fetched.
Addie says, I'm with Vic. I feel as blah as the weather today about our government. It's all distressing. Yeah, it is. It's all part of it. Greg says BJC has implemented mandatory mask for workers. Yeah. When I'm in BJC, they do it. It's stupid, but it's not just at BJC. It's also at SSM as well, their facilities. Sarah says, but the mask, they're stupid to wear. Yeah, they may be. I just don't care if people are wearing masks. So
I never used to care when you would see somebody sick or elderly and they would have it. It was very few and far between. And I never really got upset about it at all. But now I do I have a visceral reaction to it. And it isn't because of me. It really isn't. It's because of what they did to our children. And I think part of our problem with our children was that whole time. And that's not what the show is about, but that's my problem. And I see them. That's just one of the many things they're going to do to us.
Well, I don't want to get. I don't believe that. I don't want to get caught up in mask when there's so much other stuff that's going on.
Isn't that sad?
But Glenn says you're foolish if you don't have backup food and water, and I agree. I agree with you, Glenn.
Mm-hmm.
Donna says water. We're going to be talking more about the Century situation, the Century water, and not just backup water, but you have to have clean, healthy water.
Mm-hmm.
The Constitution gives us a right to overthrow a corrupt government. That coming from Jay as well. Todd's prediction: I think the country will come together next year when all the Christians disappear. Probably going to scare them a little bit. I guess you're referring to a rapture type event. I don't know.
I'm hearing a lot of people
that's what I'm gathering.
Yes.
I guess it.
Mm-hmm.
Glenn says, I'm not against the mask. It tells who the stupid people are, and I'd like to know if I need to stay away from them. Okay. Donna's going here. Let's see. Masks don't prevent transmission of COVID. We know that. The hospitals don't, because they need something to rely on. And then you have people that have to justify the positions that they're in. These are the kinds of things that are happening. And that's what this whole first hour has been about. It's, in my humble opinion, been a terrific first hour of this podcast, because we're showing you what Vivek said. He's like, in my prediction, that Donald Trump will be nowhere near the White House because the deep state's going to do whatever it takes to keep him away. They cannot allow Donald Trump in. And that should scare the hell out of you, that these people don't want a fair election. They don't. Keep them away. If that's what the people want, we got to keep them away. Catherine Herridge, a CBS News reporter, stating that she feels some sort of black swan event is going to occur because of everything going on. Will it be China invading Taiwan and taking over Taiwan? Nothing's going to happen in Ukraine, Russia.
No.
All of these things happening. Then we get into the immigration factor, the illegal aliens that are massively changing this country literally by the hour, not by the day, not by the month, not by the year. They're changing this country by the hour. And you have these mayors coming out. So these are the things. And then, of course, the Simpsons prediction for 2024, which does not look fun. And by the way, if you're just joining us too, once again, that prediction from the Simpsons was from episode 9 in 2012. And you can go look that up, about what happens in the year 2024.
Yes.
Has this been too dark?
It's been kind of dark, but but yes, because we don't like to go that dark.
And I'm proud to be an American.
So wait a minute. On the Simpsons episode, the year that happens, even though
as the prediction for 2024,
that was literally for 2024.
For 2024,
yes.
It wasn't just like a general prediction, like could happen in the future kind of thing. It's for 2024 specifically.
Yep, and it came out
crazy.
And it came out in 2012, episode 9.
Yes.
That's nuts.
Hey, I'm not going to try to waste your time, Joe.
No.
I was just making sure, man.
On a positive note, we can look at it in a different perspective. I'm not saying that this is true, but even though it's so dark what's happening. It's always darkest before the dawn. It always needs to be dark before the light is shined on it. And there is a lot of unraveling going on. There is the Epstein list, and I could go on and on and on. I do think it's going to get darker, but then I do think all of a sudden all of the roaches are going to be exposed and something good is going to happen.
Glenn's prediction for 2024: Iran and the other Arab nations will get together, involved in a war on Israel, which is the last thing America wants as well.
Correct.
To go off what Lizzie said, I think that the roaches are going to get exposed, then somebody's shutting the lights off.
And what do you mean by that, shutting the lights off?
Well, the roaches are going to be exposed. You know, we'll say Epstein list is going to come out, all this good stuff, and we're going to find out who's in the swamp. and then they're going to shut the internet off to where we can't talk about it.
Well, that's literally like what the Obamas have and leave the world behind. That's literally what they do, is they want to shut your lights off. So to that
But I'm
point,
saying that's the reason why, is because all the roaches are going to get exposed, and they're not going to want us talking about it. So they're going to shut it all down.
And we always welcome everybody's opinions in here. And while I say I have no problems with mask, and and it may be, and I appreciate people, if you're not with everybody else on a certain subject, feel comfortable, give your opinion
100%.
and back it up with fact. Don't be mean, don't be nasty, and don't try to provoke people like Drew.
We like different people's opinions. We
did it yesterday.
Yeah.
We had our Democrats in studio yesterday. Tara says, by the way, this week, so many social media posts. I just tested positive for COVID for the third time. I'm very sick, but I'm so grateful to be vaccinated and thankful for mask wearing. Ha, 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 ha.
Who said that?
Tara.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Shabby, she was saying. She was joking.
Well, I know she was joking. But there is something too that we haven't even touched on, but getting to the point that she's saying is, some people are saying in 2024 is the year of people disappearing, not necessarily because of the rapture, but that's how many years went by that for the people that took either maybe not the first jab, but several and the boosters and all that they start to disappear. And we've already seen that this year. We've already seen a lot more odd deaths than we have in a long time.
Well, David says too, the darkness is already predicted. The infrastructure is on overload, the grid unable to carry the load. And David, wouldn't you say that's another reason for going solar?
Yeah, I would think that would be a great idea to go
Solar City STL, one of our companies, and it's a way to get off the grid. Robert said he wasn't a Democrat yesterday. Re-education camps for MAGA, which Hillary Clinton has called for. She called for them publicly.
She did.
She said people need to go somewhere and be re-educated if they follow Donald Trump. That's the derangement syndrome that these people have. We can't have it. We can't have it. But anyway, those are some of the things. That's this hour. You can continue your predictions for 2024. You can tell us the best, the worst, the ugly, whatever from 2023. We'll continue that here in the next hour. We're going to bring Kelly Manno in. So Joe, you can get her set up and don't worry, I'll give our, you know what we do, Joe? Yeah, you can go get her set up. I can read our partners page. It doesn't matter. We're popping that up, but we do appreciate Amini's in the Chesterfield Valley. And by the way, all of our sponsors, our advertisers that we have, you can find on our page, canceltheshow.com. Click on the partners page. Amini's, your leading supplier in traditional infrared saunas and saltwater hot tubs. A complete auto body repair, the fastest growing auto service center in the region, family owned, been offering the complete experience since 1973. Our friends Kathy Hobig Strick, Steve Strick from Experience Real Estate Partners, 314-276-SOLD, 314-276-SOLD. We've also got Renewal by Anderson. It is a good time to get windows. You can check them out as well. We've got phone numbers and links that go right to their websites, which shows them that you're linking in from Cancel This, which helps us and it helps them understand why they want to be associated with us. Route 66 Cannabis, your fast lane to the Midwest premier cannabis shopping experiences. 5 locations throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. And of course, the Ostara line, which are in hundreds of stores throughout the city, or excuse me, throughout the state of Missouri. Solar City STL, which I was just talking about. They do their own installation. Give them a call. You're not bound by finding out, hey, can I save some money? Is this going to make sense over a long period of time? Is this going to help me because I use so much energy? And by the way, if you haven't checked, bills are continuing to go up and up and up. And the predictions is that they're going to continue to go up and up and up. WeQuip, the peer-to-peer rental marketplace where renters can go to search for items they need that their neighbors might not have. A lot of really cool items that you can rent out your own stuff and you can rent other people's, quote, stuff. And of course, Wendy's in the Chesterfield Valley, some of the best pizza, burgers, and wings and smoked meats that you're going to find anywhere, including their heated patio, which a lot of people go to. Live entertainment on the weekends as well. I know a lot of people will be there watching Mizzou, Ohio State tonight. Big game in parts where we broadcast live out of. 2 of the best teams in the country playing tonight at 7 o'clock in the Cotton Bowl down in Dallas. This is CancelTheShow.com. I'm Vic Faust with Lizzie Sparks, Pro Joe in the house. Appreciate you guys jumping in and letting us know. Oh, Robert says, would an EMP or solar storm knock out a solar system?
That's a good question.
I know Dave's paying attention. I can't answer that. I wish I could,
Yeah.
but I can't.
I imagine it would, at least temporarily.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess it depends on if it's like communicating with satellites and stuff.
All right, time to switch gears around here now. Donna says no fun allowed. Yeah, now the fun starts. Ladies and gentlemen, our friend, our Friday. Actually, you're a friend all the time, but you're our in-person friend on Fridays. And man, I wish we could show your whole outfit. We may have to.
She's going to have to walk in front of the camera because she's so damn cute.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kelly Manno in the house, the social media superstar that she is. Kelly, we love you. Thanks for taking time to jump in today.
I'm happy to be here.
I love when you're here.
And
I
you are truly bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yeah, she is. You're so cute.
I had to get up early this morning and take some cats to the vet, so I didn't just roll out of bed 5 minutes ago. So
Hey, by the way, can you remind people what you do with your kitties and that because what you do with that shelter is awesome.
So I co-founded Smelly Cat Rescue. You can find us on any of the social media pages. SmellyCatRescue.org is our website. We are a smaller rescue that started just now 2 years ago, and we are over 500 rescues in. So are you taking a picture of my outfit?
Yes.
I wear this outfit all the time. It's just not when it hasn't been cold enough.
Yeah, you're just too cute in it. So hopefully he's taking a picture and you're sending it to Joe. So
I wear a lot of jumpsuits. Like that's just kind of like my uniform. So now that it's getting cold, you guys are going to start seeing all my jumpsuits because that's like my go-to uniform in the winter. I've got like a Snoop Dogg one.
Love
and
it.
I've got
Snoop Dogg.
The Snoop Dogg one.
What's a Snoop Dogg jumpsuit?
So the album Doggy Style that came out in the 90s with the red cover and like the dogs doing nasty things. I found an entire jumpsuit of that. And what's funny is
those are natural things, not nasty things.
Well, I went to a trivia night like a year and a half ago, and it was just a music themed trivia night, and they had a costume contest, and I won, and I didn't enter.
I love that.
Wait a second, people. I didn't even.
I won and I didn't even enter. But it was like, I'm like, no, I wear this all the time. I wore this to my kid's hockey game and then came straight here. But because it was a Snoop Dogg jump set, I guess, and they thought I was dressed up for the costume contest, but it was just my outfit. So I won the contest. I won $250.
Oh, good for you. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Okay. I have to ask.
What?
It's coming. Questions are coming.
What? No.
Your hat.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen that before. Does that mean
means get
effed?
Stay
effed.
So
That's what I thought.
If kids ask what it means, I say good friends stay friends.
Oh, okay. I love that.
Yeah, but I saw that brand before.
So this is a really famous TikToker. His name is Jake Barr, and I don't buy a lot of other TikTokers merch, but I love his "Get fucked, stay fucked" line, and so I wanted this hat, and I've had it for a couple of years now. So
do you wear it out too a lot?
Oh yeah, I wear it out all the time.
Does anybody know? Do they recognize it? Like what it really means?
Not really, but a lot of people will ask, and I just say, "Great friends, stay friends."
That's good. That's good.
Kelly Manno, everybody, she comes in on Fridays and joins us. And by the way, thank you so much for promoting us with all of your social media people all over the world that you have. I saw you doing that last night. We love it when you come in.
Yep.
People get a chance. I mean, you do amazing work. You do great. And by the way, making content and content that people actually like and entertain and want to go to is not easy. And Kelly does it all the time. Tell people, because the first time you and I got together, you and I sat down at Winty's when I was asking for advice and doing the show, and you're like, well, damn, Vic, it's like you just don't sit. It's like you got to come up with everything, and you got to come up with clothes and dance routines. Tell people how long it takes to come up with for example, you come up with an idea to do a show.
I will just say that it is a real job. People think that you just make a funny video and throw it up and that everybody likes it, but there's so much that goes into that funny video. You know, there's writing, there's preparing, there's shooting, there's reshooting it because I didn't say something right the first time.
Clothes,
right? Yeah.
Your clothes are a big part of it too.
There have been a lot of times where I've shot a video and then went to edit it the next day, and I'm like, damn it, I left out the most important line. So I had to go dig those clothes out of the dirty clothes, put them back on, try to fix my hair like it was the day before. And then also with the job that I have like instant feedback. It's almost if like your boss every day was like, oh, you sucked today. Because I can see immediately the results of what I do. And so, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's the best job that I've ever had in my whole entire life. And I absolutely love it. But it is very, very, very much a job. Like right now, this like time between Christmas and New Year's where everybody's like slacking off. I am too. Like I'm not creative right now. I can't think of anything right now. So I'm giving myself a little bit of grace and saying like,
Could you imagine if you were behind a desk again?
Oh, no.
How bad that would be. You'd be like, oh my God, get me out of here.
I did think for a little while that I wanted to be behind a desk because I've always been like self-employed. And I thought, I just wanted a job where I go in, someone tells me what to do and I finish it and I leave. I was not very good at that. So back to being self-employed, I am.
It's fun to have you in when we do get you in, and thank you for promoting us.
Sure.
Because people love coming. You're our Friday
Friday fun girl.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she
I
is.
like that.
I
the
do.
Friday fun girl.
Friday, I love
If I can get my crap together, I can probably come in every Friday because I've got my schedule's breaking up a little bit, and I'm getting like a little bit more free time. So.
Yeah, and if anybody knows,
awesome.
not that Kelly's asked for this, and I'm throwing out, if anybody knows anybody that wants to advertise or sponsor around Kelly segments, let us know. That because Kelly comes in and gives us her time for free. She comes in and does this on Fridays with us.
It's not technically for free because I have gained followers from your audience. It's like cross promotion.
Yeah.
So while you guys may not be paying anything, I'm reaching an audience that I would not normally reach.
Mm-hmm.
And
Michelle says your personality is just the best.
And
that makes me think about it. Do you ever read anything from people who say things that like get to you, or is your skin? I mean, do you ever have that moment because you are human?
Yeah.
As cool and tough as you are, you're still sweet little Kelly and you have a heart and you're human. There's got to be, somebody's got to say something somewhere along the line that just irks you, right?
I mean, people are so mean to me. You guys have no idea.
How?
I have people are so mean to me. Like, I posted a meme or like a video another guy had posted that said like, why is it all the pretty girls that never leave their house and then wonder why they're single or whatever? And I reposted that, and I had like 3 guys write and be like, no, he said pretty girls, not funny ones.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Or I'll have people. I mean, I have people that are so, you guys have no idea, but I have skin of concrete. Like when somebody on the internet that I don't know says something horrible about me, it doesn't even move my give a shit meter.
That's good.
Not even a little bit. Like, and so
the give a shit meter.
The only time, and I mean, I'll leave it up because a lot of times it's great for my algorithm because if somebody comments like, you look fatter this week or something, then my people will come and defend me. And then it gets all these comments going and I'm like, look at that algorithm working. But I will take it down if somebody says something so mean that I think it will hurt my kids or my mom, because that was a problem in the beginning. Was my kids are writing back to people that are leaving hateful comments. And I'm like, no. This does not bother mom. So this cannot bother you. And honestly, with the job that I do, if I didn't have haters, I would be doing something wrong because I would be extremely vanilla and extremely boring. But yeah, no, I have an extreme amount of haters. And if you're going to do this for a living, if you're going to be a social media content creator, you better be tough.
Yeah.
And even just, I always say this, a lot of people are not prepared for a video to go viral. Like, even if you're not a content creator, but you make a video about the simplest thing, it could be your kid doing something cute. And for some reason it takes off and it gets 1 million views and you're getting inundated with people. And it could be the cutest video ever of like a kid playing with a bunny. And somebody will have something bad to say about it, about your parenting, about the bunny, about God knows what. And then those people will start to turtle and be like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? So I always, if I know anyone who has like a viral video, I reach out to them. I'm like, hey, let me tell you what's going to happen in the next 3 days. It's going to be like a roller coaster. But I'm used to the roller coaster and I just don't care. I just don't care. So how many pictures are you guys going to take of my outfit?
Well, the first picture that I took, it didn't go through to Joe for whatever reason. So Joe just came and took a good picture.
Do you want me to just back up?
No, it's good. Robert says, hey, by the way, haters watch closely, waiting to pounce. They're horrible people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there are people who don't want to see you succeed. And especially people who are like, wait a second. Especially if they know you.
Oh, yeah.
Because wait a second, that's not the Kelly Manno I know. How can she have millions of followers now? You mean she's made this a job? Because unfortunately, there are people who don't want to see other people succeed.
Oh yeah. So they're like, people either love me or they hate me. There's no middle ground. Nobody says like, what do you think of Kelly Manno? And they go, she's okay.
If there's people who hate you, it's a small little amount.
Trust me, there's people, but I feel like most of the people who
or
hate
it's those
me,
guys that you won't give dates to.
most people that hate me is by design. I don't want you to like me. Like, I don't like you.
Yeah.
So like, I have never,
awesome.
I have never had it. Like, if you don't like me, it's probably because I don't want you to.
Yeah. I totally get that too, because I was surprised. I have haters now too. And it's interesting because the ones when I really sit down and evaluate who the haters are, I don't care. At first it kind of hurt a little bit. And then I realized if you do know me and now all of a sudden you hate me, we probably weren't good friends to begin with before. And you do have to have a thick skin about it. And it's just okay in the end. It really is.
And it's a jealousy that people sometimes don't even want to admit. And I never understood this growing up because this has always been a problem for me. I've always had people, like just a couple of people not like me for who I was. And like even in like junior high and stuff, my mom would say, she's like, they're jealous of you, Kelly. They're jealous of, and I'm like, jealous of what? Like my training bra and my braces and my ugly hair. Like what do they have to be jealous of when there's all these girls in my school that are
Since when did you need a training bra?
Well, it was
8?
Yeah. Some point. But, my mom would always say they're jealous of you. And I thought she meant like in a physical sense, but they're jealous of the balls I have to just put myself out there and say what I think. And that's where it comes from. So if you have haters, Lizzie, it's probably the same thing. It's people who wish that they could get on a microphone every day and be confident and do the things that you do. So they're just going to not like you. And
well, how do you think your outfit looks? We're popping it back up. Joe took this great picture.
Dude, I've had this cute she is.
I've had this
you
outfit
are cute as can be, Kelly.
for like 3 years. So
do you remember where you got it?
Oh, it was like it's a boutique, and now I can't think of the name of it. Gosh dang it. No, somebody sent it to me.
See, the best
local boutique?
I think so. Yeah.
See, I know what's on your inside.
Oh, Pistols and Vixens, I think is what it's called. Pistols and Vixens in like St. Louis.
Yeah.
I think that's who sent this to me, but it was years ago, so they probably don't have it anymore.
No, this is matching what you have in your brain and your heart, because we know you as this great person and you're so damn creative. And now you have that is you.
Yes, I love
that. Is your image.
Like I said, now that it's like wintertime and cold, I wear matching jumpsuits like every day. Basically, I dress like a 12-year-old boy. So
and you, because people, if you haven't seen her videos yet, you can catch her on all social media at Kelly Manno.
Yep.
You are a freaking phenomenal dancer too. I mean, you can shake it.
I can shake it.
You shake your hips like really good. Well, and you pick up routines very fast.
So it's a muscle memory thing, like my brain.
And that's not easy.
Well, it is easy for me. It's not easy for other people, but I have incredible muscle memory. So I can do a dance routine once and learn it immediately. If I have all my debit cards memorized because I punch them in when I order something online, and then my muscle memory remembers how to go. So it's like
Stop it. You don't even look at the numbers.
No.
Come on.
What's funny is I went to Valvoline to get an oil change like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, oh my God, I don't have my purse. And they're like, well, we take Apple Pay. And I'm like, I don't even have that on my phone, but I know all my numbers. Can I give them to you? And the guy's like, you have to have like the CRV code and I'm like, oh no, I know all that.
I got it.
Yeah.
We're good to go.
No, like I try not to memorize my debit card numbers because I get in trouble because I'm like, I don't want to memorize them to buy stuff. So I try to tell myself not to, but my muscle memory, it goes back to like the dancing, stuff like that. It's why like I can solve a Rubik's Cube, but I can't do like basic life shit.
Well, Chris wants you to come into studio wearing Vanilla Ice.
Okay.
Your Vanilla Ice outfit.
Do it.
I've got Vanilla Ice. I've got a Tupac outfit. I've got a Snoop outfit. I've got Taco Cats. Which apparently means vaginas. And I didn't know it.
I had no idea.
I had no idea.
We need to have you come. You get us all caught up.
So now she has a vagina.
Well,
wait. Now you have a vagina.
Well, wait. I've always had a vagina.
Thank God.
Right.
Thank God. Don't drop any bombs on us today, Kelly. Holy shit! It's a Friday, a free for all Friday.
Yeah.
Kelly Manno in studio, Lizzie Sparks, I'm Big Faust, Pro Joe running the boards, making us looking good as sound as we possibly can. Megan, one of our fill-in hosts, says, Kelly, 50 guys gonna ask you out after they see you today. So cute.
Oh, for sure.
No,
so cute. Which is a great lead-in.
Nobody asks me out.
Wait, okay. Eric's
They're
not
lost.
Eric's not here today. He's
Okay.
sleeping over hangover.
That's okay.
He had a concert last night. We also have Eric Johnson, who comes in on Fridays, and he's in a band, Platinum Rock Legends. Most of you guys know that unless you're new to the show. So over the holidays, they've had concerts on Thursdays. They normally don't. Normally it's band practice on Thursdays, and he gets to bed a little earlier.
Yeah.
But they had big time concerts. So we don't know where Eric is. We assumed he was sleeping in.
He's sleeping.
I wish he could be here, but we needed to let people know and show people. You took your Saturday night last week. Was it a Saturday night
I think
or
so.
Thursday night? I can't
I
remember.
think it was Saturday.
Saturday night, and to watch the Blues game. And instead, I guess you went to a place in the St. Louis area and you went to see Eric's band. And we've got pictures.
I left the house.
And we've got Joe's going to pop that up for us. Tell us about your night.
So it was kind of to celebrate my birthday, but it's just a group of my girlfriends. I found myself single this year for the first time in 22 years. And it's this awkward thing of like, who do I hang out with? Because a lot of my friends are still like married and they have kids, and I don't want them to do like a pity hangout with me. Like, oh, Kelly, somebody's got to babysit Kelly this weekend. And I spent a large portion.
We'll show this video again. Don't worry.
I spent a large portion of this year with actually really bad social anxiety, like when I would leave the house. And so I'm battling through that. I'm making myself leave the house once a week. And so my friends support it really, really well. And so as a matter of fact, I started a tiny Facebook group with my friends, and it's called Kelly Leaves the House Now.
I love that.
And so basically I post like what I'm going to be doing. And then one of my friends will feel sorry for me and do it with me, because I don't want to just hit the bars till 1 a.m. That's not how I function. That's not what I enjoy. But there are things that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to take country line dancing classes.
Love it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You'll be teaching those country line dance classes after one, literally after one session.
Maybe I'll meet a cute cowboy.
Oh, wouldn't that be good with a big truck?
What about this dancing?
That's my kick line. That's my friend. That's my neighbor, Lisa. So, and I understand there's some controversy about this outfit that I wore.
Maybe.
This Santa Claus outfit.
I don't want to bring the controversy to it.
I think it's so cute.
Here's my thing.
Okay.
You look cute as can be.
Yep.
Yeah, she does.
But you told me in a conversation that we had, because we confide in each other, that you don't have guys that ask you out ever.
No, never. Because you made a joke about how when you wear an outfit like that, like men aren't going to come up and hit on you. And I'm like,
I don't think so.
Men don't hit on me anyway, ever.
Ever.
I think,
okay.
Ever. I could have gone in a thong bikini and people would have not cared.
If guys know you, it's going to take a really strong, funny guy to come up and try to do something because you're that personality. But if people don't know you, all I was saying is, if you say that people want,
look at her, she's as cute
that's
as
what
a button.
that's what Platinum Rogers calls the Backstreet Girl.
It was so much fun.
So you got serenaded.
It was so much fun. I sang with them. It was a blast. I loved it.
Look at you.
So yeah, I'm a huge extrovert. I've just pretended not to be for a while. It was a blast. It was one of the most fun nights I've had in a long time. Eric's band was hilarious.
Aren't they great?
Hilarious. They were so funny.
Platinum Rock Legends. You can look them up, by the way. They're mostly in the St. Louis area, but they do go out of state for concerts.
Yeah, but I don't get hit on when I'm out in public. I never have.
I just don't know about. I just didn't know, and maybe it's just the guys I know. They may not go like, oh, she's with her friends, she's having fun, she's all about Christmas. That's why she's in her Santa outfit tonight.
Well,
and maybe it's just the guys that I know that maybe if you were, showing off your body, that guys might get into that. And I'm not trying to.
Should we test that theory?
Yeah, I've got a Santa suit that I wore last year at an event.
What kind of event? What kind of Santa suit is this?
It was just cute. But it was like, oh my gosh, so much attention I got in this outfit.
Were you showing your legs?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it like
it was
cleavage?
A Santa outfit, a little bit of cleavage, and it was
like a Santa
short,
baby,
like a mini skirt, and I like long boots. And normally I'm not hit on either. I'm married, but people really liked that outfit, so I'm going to have to bring it in for you to wear that outfit.
Well, it's after Christmas now, so
you can wear it next year.
Well, I can wear, I could wear sexy clothes. It's not me. I'll be uncomfortable in them.
When's the last time you wore something that you would consider sexy?
Oh, a long time ago. Yeah, I don't remember. What's funny is I had on another outfit to go out that night and I just didn't feel comfortable in it. And then my neighbor's like, you want to wear Santa suits? I'm like, hell yes.
They're cute.
I could go out in a skirt. What do you want me to show? My legs and my cleavage? Is that
and see, this is where I border because I know a lot of men And it's not like it's, oh man, I'm trying to bite my tongue.
Well, see, I liked her Santa suit better than the one I had because it
Help me out,
covered
Joe.
more and she looked so doggone cute in it.
See, I would suggest that you do like a boudoir shoot.
Ew.
But wait. But I think
Mm.
that you would make it turn out like more like a glamour shots type thing.
I don't even like selfies. I'm
Yeah.
not going to take naked pictures
Well,
of
not
myself.
No,
naked.
they're
I
not
said
naked.
boudoir.
Still,
She already does boudoir shoot. She promotes bras.
Oh, okay.
because I get money. Because I'm paid. But
Gee, teach us that.
the next time I leave the house, I will send you guys outfits to approve, and you tell me which outfit you think I'll get hit on in. I will go out in it, and I promise to God I will not get hit on.
Thank you, Jay. Jay says, by the way, I love cleavage. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just that I dress like a 12-year-old boy, or if it's just that like I'm always on the dance floor. I'm never like slinking on the bar, like being sexy and like look.
Jay, can we pop up that Christmas pic of her again where she's standing there? Jeannie says, all you have to do is wear that outfit with no shirt under it.
Oh, no.
I got to get the visual of the. Oh, there you go. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kelly, I'm sorry. This is how a lot of men are. It may attract a man, but I don't know if it's the right kind of guy. It just
Probably
depends on
not,
what you're
because-
looking for. But if you wore that without a shirt, yeah.
But see, like here's the problem is that like I'm not a sexy person. Like there's nothing sexy about me. So like
You can
wearing
be whatever you want to be.
right, like wearing funny stuff like that. Like I'm a comedian all the time. Shit, even in the bedroom. So if I dress like a like if I come dressed like super sexy and then I'm in the bedroom making like armpit farts and stuff, like I don't like
armpit farts with a clown nose on. I can see it.
Yeah, I could see it.
I feel like by dressing the way that I like to dress, that's normal for me, that I'm advertising who I really am. But I'm telling you, I think that the reason that it's some kind of aura that women have that when they go out, that men just are like, I'm not going to fuck with her.
Yeah,
I'm not going to fuck with her because it is fashionable now. Like this is what I'm learning from being single for 7-8 months now is that, you know, it is trendy. It is trendy for women to be broken, riddled with trauma, you know, all those things. And men see a woman like that and they know exactly what to do. They're like, I know how to fix her. I'm going to be there. I'm going to do this. But then when you have women who are, and I'm not saying I have not been through trauma. I've been through some shit, but I am healed and I'm whole and I don't need that.
Yeah.
Then a guy's like, well, what do I do with her? Like she doesn't need me. Where do I go? How do I get this girl to like me when she doesn't need anything? So maybe, you know, maybe if I go out and pretend to be broken and sad.
No.
You know what? You have a good point there. I don't think you should go out and act like that. However, if you do that, yes, there's a lot of men, they're maybe not the ones that you want, but do like to fix up. They need to fix something.
Yeah.
And they want to fix you.
Yeah. And I think
I thought that's what women do to men.
Well, women do that too.
Yeah.
They do.
I think when a woman is dressing and showing, which girls go for it. I'm not hating, but if you dress real sexy with your boobies and your butt hanging out and stuff, I think that tells men that this girl wants validation.
It does.
She wants somebody to tell her.
But you can do it in a more classy way.
Well, I'm not saying it's not classy to dress like that, but I'm saying like when I'm over here in a Snoop Dogg jumpsuit, like I clearly am not looking for validation from any men in this area.
No, you're not.
Right.
So that's why they don't because I don't like I'm super friendly. I don't have a resting bitch face. I'm not wearing a ring. It doesn't matter. Nobody ever hits on me. So maybe if I try a slutty outfit.
Right.
I would just like to do it as a social experiment.
Oh,
yeah.
I'll go back to the same bar. I'll go back to the same bar.
Yeah.
And I will wear an outfit of y'all's choosing.
Yeah, you send it and I'll pick it.
Okay. I will send like 2 or 3 outfits. I will go out. But see, I need to make sure maybe I won't tell you guys where I go because I don't want you to secretly send somebody to hit on me.
Yeah, that's true. No, I get it.
No, I get that. Don't tell us where it is.
All right. Well, okay. So cleavage, which I never show. So cleavage and like a skirt. Okay.
And your legs hanging. And I get that because I never wear that either. And the one time I did, and I didn't realize it was going to look like that when I went to the Christmas party. And then when I went, I'm like, gosh, I feel kind of weird about this outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It caused a lot of stir and I haven't worn it.
Megan says no TNA.
No TNA? Well, then I'm just never going to get hit on. I'll just be single till I'm 80. So.
Yeah, but it's good for a
just sent you
social
that,
experience.
Joe. Hopefully that would go. Donna
Okay.
says she's so confident that some men have a hard time with that. Yeah, they do.
They
There's
do.
no doubt
They
about
do.
that. But what's
Yeah.
interesting too, because we've talked about your amazing divorce with Jimmy, and Jimmy's become a star because of you, and whether he wanted to or not. But this shocks me that this happened so quickly. You said that he moved out.
Yeah, he got his own place.
Just since last week?
Wasn't that unexpected?
It was expected next year, like early next year. I think he sort of fast forwarded it, but that was always his decision to make. So I had always said, move out on your own terms when you're ready, when you want to date somebody, when you want your own space, stuff like that. The bedroom that he had in our house was pretty small, and so, he got his own place. It's like 2 minutes away.
Okay.
So it's nearby, and he knows that this is still our house. It's not my house now. So I'm not like changing the locks. I'm not, he's welcome anytime he wants, because I'm going to need help taking kids to hockey, and stuff like that. And
Sleek and fitted, Megan says. Boom, for your clothes.
Sleek and fitted.
Sleek and fitted.
I will let you guys pick my outfit, because I really think that even if I wore a sexy outfit, that nobody's going to hit on me.
Yeah, but you have a cute figure and you're in shape and you just don't show it off.
I don't think that's why I want people to like me,
Exactly.
Yeah,
and so,
good point.
And again, like, I don't have like a sexy personality. So again, if I'm dressed all sexy and a guy comes up to like hit on me and I can't take anything he's saying seriously, and I'm making fart jokes, he's going to be like, what the hell is wrong with this girl? So we'll see. I'm making myself leave the house twice a month. And so next time I go out, I will send you guys pictures. You can pick my outfit. And we'll see if I get hit on, because I'm telling you I won't.
I can tell you what would intimidate me about you.
What?
Is your quick wit and your
Yep.
sharp tongue.
Yep.
The rejection that would come from you would be very, very harsh.
People, okay.
Could you imagine if you were a guy and you didn't live up to her standards in the bedroom?
Right.
Would you make fun of a guy?
No, Joe has a great point, though. I understand that men are scared of me because I'm a little mean, but
you're not mean.
But I'm not. That's just who I present myself as. Like, when I'm on a date with someone, I want to learn about them. I'm not like throwing insults at him on the first date. I'm way nicer in person and getting to know somebody, and I'm not like that. Now, I'll be a little sarcastic, but it's not. I'm not going to be the way I am online.
Yeah, but Dave brings up a good point, and this is what I was trying to say, and Dave did it perfectly. Your look and how you appear is your first impression.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. And then the communication comes after.
Mhm.
And that makes sense to me. That's how it always goes.
But I agree with what Kelly said about herself. When you see her TikToker, she looks larger than life. She looks like this great, successful, badass and all of that, and like would be unapproachable. But when you meet you in person, you're still a badass, but you're very kind and sweet, and you want to hug her and just give her a big smooch on the face.
Yes.
I mean, she's just adorable. She really is.
Every time I meet somebody who has not met me in real life, first thing out of their mouth is, I thought you were 6 feet tall.
Because it's the illusion.
The personality is 6 feet tall.
They're like, oh my God, you're so short. I never, ever pictured you being short.
Donna says you need to wear a black dress, little black sweet dress.
Oh, I can wear a little black dress.
And see that. Try that out.
I can do that. I have.
Will you wear heels?
Yeah. I've got like hooker boots.
But I'm in. No,
hooker boots.
I'm a boot guy.
I've got hooker
but
boots.
Heels are good. I know guys like heels. They just do. I'm telling you, most of the guys I know, they're heel guys or boot guys. Definitely boot guys. Just like Lizzie was talking about.
I will go out and I'm going to look hot as shit. As hot as shit as I can, and then I'll report back to you guys.
You know what? Speaking of boots, you know what one of my kids said to me, because I don't wear high heels that often, and my kids were like, "Mom, because you don't wear high heels, it looks like you gave up on life. You need to put some high heels on." And I'm like, "Oh."
A female told you this?
Oh yeah, my daughter, my beautiful daughter who wears heels every day, and I'm like, "Oh."
It's not that I gave up on life.
I don't give up
that
life.
I prioritize comfort over what a man thinks of me. Because listen, my ass is on the dance floor. Okay, I can't do the Running Man in heels. So like,
Megan wants to know.
I agree.
You can't do the Running Man.
Well,
I
how am I supposed to do my amazing dance moves whenever I'm in heels?
Megan would like to know this. If you care to share, what size are you?
Like what do you mean? My boobs or my height or my
You don't have
I guess
to
a dress
answer that.
maybe a dress size.
I guess because she's wanting to share one with you, but you
I don't know.
have
She
to give
cares.
that.
No, she cares about you. I guarantee it.
Yeah, she does.
I'm like a medium and everything. I'm like a 10 maybe. I don't know, but I own dresses. I just don't wear them very often. So I'll
And if people want to know their chest size, they can just go to your social media account and look at your bra modeling.
Right.
I mean, it's right there.
And like my height,
I mean, it's like right there.
It's not
in your
right.
face. Right
Do you
there.
know how hard it was for me to do those ads? I had like mental breakdowns before I took on that ad.
Stop it.
Oh my God, no, I even talked about it, about how like I didn't think I could do it because I've never shown cleavage ever in my whole life. I've been a tomboy. And so when they wanted me to model bras, I was like, oh my God, I don't think I can do this. I like was having like complete nervous breakdowns. And then once I did it once, everybody was so supportive of me because they knew how hard it was. Then it was easy. And the company liked me so much, Parade, that they've hired me 2 more times.
Okay, this could be an episode if you ever wanted to do it. Megan says, I have an amazing wardrobe that you could just lose yourself in.
All
Dresses.
Right.
Yeah, go over to Megan's house. I want to go over there too. Megan like is one of our hosts. You know, you've seen her, and she's so classy and beautiful. I'd love to see her closet. I want to go look at her closet.
Yeah,
it's
so
bigger than my house.
So yeah, I'm
sure
I'll go out. We'll see if I can get a date.
This all leads us into what's happening, of course. The last time you were here, we had conversations about the guy.
Oh, my crush.
From Fox 2.
Yeah, I want to hear all about it.
We had already talked about that.
Shh.
Okay.
But you don't have to remind people.
But we have to set the stage because that's where we hit from the standpoint. The last we checked in with you, you had already said, hey, I'm waiting on you. I want to go out. What's up? Let me know. And we said, do not respond to him again. Mm-hmm. And he said, oh yeah, I'm open next week. Well, we've been into next week. Where do we sit with this whole situation?
So again, I have a crush. We had lunch. Lunch was great. No. We had lunch last week or the week before. It went great. And then after that, it was kind of radio silence. And you guys have been wanting to do this little fun dating game thing with me. And I'm like, you know what? I really have a crush on this guy. Let's pump the brakes. Cause I don't want to send him running because I think he's really special. And so, but again, after the lunch date, it was just kind of like, I didn't know. I have no idea how he feels. Mm-hmm. And so I hadn't heard anything. So I texted him and said, hey, when are we going to hang out again? And he said, next week, I've got some free time. And then I sent back a kitty cat face saying like patiently waiting. And then nothing. And then he texted me on Christmas and it just said Merry Christmas. And I wrote back, hope you had a good Christmas too. And he wrote back, he's like, oh my God, I'm sicker than I've ever been in my whole life, blah, blah, blah. So we have been talking all week, but he's got the flu. He's got like 103-degree fever. Like he hasn't been at work. Like he's super sick right now. So I would like to give him one more week.
That makes sense.
Before we go and do the dating contest.
Okay.
Because I think that he's the kind of guy that if he sees that I'm doing a dating contest, he will retreat. Like he will be like, oh, she's doing that. So she'll.
I agree.
I agree with that.
But I think he's worth the wait if he likes me. I don't know if he likes me. I mean.
Yes. I said last week, the juice is worth the squeeze.
Worth the squeeze. Mm-hmm. I mean,
I happen to know this individual for our listeners and viewers, and I could not agree with you anymore. Under those circumstances, do not text. Well, so you're back and forth though, texting.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna initiate anything. I mean, I think I've made it very clear that I've got a crush on him. So ball's in his court, and I'll give him one more week because he's been sick. But yeah.
Do you think that he watched the show last week?
No, hell no.
I would not be talking about
that.
This.
Would not be good.
Okay.
No. That's why we did not say the name.
No, because he works during this time, and then he's just not a big media or social media guy in general. So he's not like what I'm 100% confident he has not seen any of these shows. Or
I promise you this: you two could wear matching hats. Those GFSF, he would wear those hats.
He had the cutest hat on at lunch too. He's so cute.
Oh my
I've got a crush.
Absence is making the heart grow fonder, clearly for you.
Absence is making the heart pissed off.
Now is your ex or soon to be ex, is he moving out because he's dating?
He has been dating a little bit, but not anything serious. So we kind of said in the beginning, if like it's not anyone's business who we date. But I just said I don't want to know about it unless it's serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't like I've already got so much going on in my life. I cannot process another person unless it's somebody you love that you want to integrate into our family. But I don't think he's at that point, or definitely I'm not.
So Joe and Greg, you already here's the dating game could still be on.
Next Friday, I'll give you the final answer.
We're ready.
And coming weeks to do something like that. And then we'll open it up to our Fixer Up Friday.
Fixer Up Friday.
Fixer Up Friday.
Fixer Up Friday.
Move that bus.
Oh, move that bus.
But the other, when we had a chance to come in, because Christmas was different for you guys this year a little bit, right?
No.
Or did you guys do it all together?
We did it all the same. I went to his family's house. He went to my family's house. When you still get along, why not?
It's awesome. It's still so bizarre
so
for
rare.
me
That's so
to
rare.
think that this can actually happen.
Right. No, it's great. And it's not that it's all sunshine and rainbows. I'm not going to let it, but I choose to be happy no matter what decisions are made. I choose to be happy and happy for him. And I think he does the same, and the kids come first. And so we've been together for 20 years. Can you really not sit in his sister's living room for 2 hours on Christmas? Come on, get your crap together. If you can't sit in your exit, I don't know. To me, it's just the easiest thing ever.
But that's good. It's very, very rare.
Yeah.
Jeannie's saying on the chat line that Langford that we had up as a guest yesterday should be on there.
We'll do Langford's own show.
Okay.
We had an incredible guy yesterday from the city, African-American guy, grew up in the city. He's
really
blind now.
Cutie.
Good looking dude.
Is he single?
Yeah. He says blind guys are the best guys to date because you know where they are. They're not going to cheat on you.
Damn right.
Yeah. And he's cute.
Damn
He's
right.
cute. Yeah.
That's a good point. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to cheat on them. I think I've told you guys before, I've never cheated on anybody in my whole life.
Yes, you did.
Never. Not even a high school boyfriend. It's just I was born with this loyalty, like a gang member.
It's a great thing.
Mm-hmm. That is a great thing.
There's no way I could ever cheat on anybody.
Being in the same room with you and Langford, the conversation would be very loud.
I know, but I would love it. We should have him in on a Friday and have him here when she's here.
I actually prefer kind of quiet guys.
He's not quiet, so I don't know if that would work.
I prefer quiet guys for sure. Because
Well, you need a listener.
a listen. Yeah,
You need a guy that's going to listen. Because if your brother,
yeah, but I don't need a lot from anyone. I don't have a lot to talk about. I bring so much chaotic energy to wherever I go that we can't have two people doing that.
Right.
It would be a
understand that.
nightmare. I mean, so I definitely am a big fan of the quieter guys.
Mhm.
Again, a truck,
preferably a beard.
preferably a beard and a truck.
And a truck. Uh-huh.
And some kind of masculine hobbies. They chop wood or something like that.
Yeah.
What was the best? What was the best Christmas gift you gave this year?
That I gave.
That you think who loved it the most, or what was really cool? Because I know that there's a lot when you have multiple kids.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
And when you're a mom, you don't get tons of stuff anymore, right?
Oh no, you don't get stuff at all.
That's why I figured. That's why I didn't ask you what the best gift you
Jimmy
got.
and I bought each other a couple little things. We didn't want us to not have anything. We wanted the kids to see that we got each other stuff.
You're still buying each other
That is
gifts.
sweet.
He is the father. He's my baby daddy. He's my best friend.
I love it. I'm just trying to process this whole thing because my experience was so different.
Yeah.
And I'm just.
So
You still buy each other gifts. You know what though? I did
That's a
somebody
good
past
thing.
that their exes bought gifts for each other via the kids. And if you're divorced from somebody, that just was so bizarre to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it depends on how little the kids are. Because if the kids are small, you want them to have something to give their parent, even if you're the one that bought it.
Yeah. When you're, I get it.
So Jimmy and I talked a week or two before Christmas, and I'm like, "Hey, are we going to get each other stuff?" And he's like, "Yeah, let's just do a couple little things." And it was simple, it was easy, and it just showed the kids, hey, once again, because actions speak so much louder than words. You can tell your kids all day long.
You guys are great.
You
really are.
But
I mean,
we're
more
rare.
power to
So
you
rare.
guys.
It's just the bottom line is that the kids come first. And so even if stuff was crumbling around, they would never see that. I would eat a shit sandwich and smile every day for them to think that mom is happy.
Mhm.
I love
So, but yeah, it's good. Again, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It is hard. It's very hard. And even when you separate or get a divorce and it's the right thing, it doesn't mean you're not sad or that you don't mourn what you thought was going to happen. So it's a lot of emotions. It's not perfect, but we really have been doing pretty good. I'll say that.
Well, can we get into something else because it's 2024? This is the last show of 2023.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
We have on our first hour, we blew people out of the water with all kinds of predictions and things of that nature and where we're going. Could we do New Year's resolutions with you?
Yes, but can I
do you have any?
Oh, I have one prediction though.
Okay,
And
give
you
us.
guys probably did not cover this.
Okay, it's a prediction for 2024.
Yes.
Love
But
it.
there's no way this is political.
No.
Okay, entertainment.
Okay.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift
Oh, here we go. I bet I'm writing it down because I'm going to tell you.
and Travis Kelce will be married by the end of 2024. And I think she will be pregnant by the end of 2024.
I just said baby.
Yeah,
2024.
yeah. One of my
Kelsey, I
kids
knew
say
it.
that too.
The baby's going to come in 2025. It's going to come in early, like spring. But by the end of 2024, they are going to be married and they are going to have a baby in her belly.
There you
And
go.
they're going to have tall, beautiful babies.
Oh my God, that's.
What's the gender?
What's the gender? Girl.
I could totally see being a girl, first child girl.
Too. I could too.
I'm with you. Great
Yeah.
prediction. We'll see where that goes.
Resolutions.
Do you have a resolution?
I normally never, ever, ever make New Year's resolutions. Like,
I started one.
what is yours?
Here's what it is. And I started this about a month ago and I like life a whole lot better. I am looking at everything intentionally in a positive manner.
And it shows. Good work too.
Everything in a positive manner. Now it's easier said than done
Mhm.
because I'm a realist.
Yeah.
I'm a black and white realist, nose to the grindstone. Just it is what it is. Don't fit. I mean,
Yeah.
you are what you are. And just don't sugarcoat things. Don't give me this bullshit.
Yeah.
It's everything's because everybody's like, oh, everything's going to be. No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
Yeah.
Don't give me that bullshit. So anyway, looking at really trying to find the positive in everything.
Yeah.
And it's changing. And I know it can be kind of boring, but that's the first thing. And my second one was driving slower.
Good. You should be. I don't understand people who drive like idiots at all.
My kids, I've got another kid that my final child is learning how to drive right now.
That is.
And it scares the shit out of me sitting in the front seat again.
Yep.
Because my second driver was so great
Yeah.
that my third child, I'm like, oh my God.
That is number one turnoff for me is like a bad driver.
Especially in the St. Louis area, because people in St. Louis don't know how to drive.
Like, I'm your passenger. Do you not care if I die and fly through this windshield? Like, why are you driving like this? But anyway, your New Year's resolutions are really deep. Like, the only one I can think of, like, I was thinking, like, I want to do the splits again. Like I want to get my splits back because
that's a good one.
Because I've been working out and I've gotten a ton of my flexibility back, and I really think I could do the splits again. So that was a good.
You should do that on a live show somewhere.
I mean, like, I can already almost get there, but you
should do that. Yes.
So I was going to do that. And then I am going to organize my career, because up until now, it has just been stuff gets thrown at me and I take it and I go. And even with my finances, I just throw it all in the bank, pay my bills, and then whatever's left over, I go to Walmart with. I don't have like a financial plan, and like all my spending is like at Taco Bell or Walmart. So especially with Jimmy and I separated, he's the responsible one with the 9-to-5 job and all that stuff, that like I need to be better at just not using my debit card till it declines and goes, oh, okay, I'm out this week. So I'm going to work on my finances. I am going to try to do the splits and
do the splits. I like that.
Yeah. When's
the last time you were able to do the split?
Oh God, it's been like 20 years, probably college.
Oh,
maybe?
then that would be a really big one.
Yeah.
Huge.
No, because those are hard. You have to really stretch to get those, and you have to be consistent with the stretching to get those back.
I wouldn't know. I can't do the splits.
Yeah.
Never have.
Once you hit a certain age, those muscles don't do that anymore. So you have to retrain them, and you have to, just like lifting. If you want a muscle to grow, you have to lift it, on a regular basis. If I want to be able to do the splits, I have to do certain stretches every day or every time that I work out. So,
Lizzie, do you have New Year's resolutions of any kind?
Every New Year resolution that I've ever made, I've never kept it.
Yeah, that's why I don't do them.
I've never kept it. So mine is, I'm not going to make one.
That's what I do every year.
I'm just not going to make one because I've never kept any of them.
Yeah. You know what I could do though? I could probably cuss a little less. If we're honestly talking about
yeah, but you'd have to have one of those tip jars that you'd put money in if you do, and somebody'd have to hold you accountable.
On one end of it, I'm like, I just say whatever I think, and all three of my kids play hockey, so they've been cussing since they were like 4.
Right.
And cussing just does not bother me, but I know that there are guys that it's like an instant turnoff for them if a girl talks like a sailor. So what do you guys think about cussing? The men in the room.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
If a woman is cussing, it turns me off.
Yeah.
I don't
have
know why, but what a great point.
I have the mouth of a sailor, so I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't even notice, which I don't normally. Like I just say whatever's on my mind, and
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if somebody's doing the same.
I think that, so someone like Vic who does not like cussing, I think you would agree that like a well-placed cuss word is really, really funny.
Yes.
But
Yes,
somebody
yes.
who's
well-placed one.
right.
Yes.
Someone who's just cussing constantly
Mhm.
is what I want to work on.
It's a form of communication. I'm sorry.
Well, I agree.
It depends what room you're in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe I'll
Some
just,
people don't like it at all.
maybe I'll just say the F word less. I feel like that's the biggest
Yes.
one. But then some people, okay, so this is a funny story. Grew up great city. And there was this woman that would come in Farm Fresh all the time. And she, for years and years and years, had been a chronic cusser. It was almost like in a Tourette's type way.
Was she an older lady?
Yes, where like every other word out of her mouth was a cuss word. Like it wasn't even placed in the right spot. So she went to therapy to learn how to not cuss anymore. And what she did was she replaced those words with other words. And the two words that her therapist gave her was horseradishes and molasses, because both of those are hard to say. So this woman would come into Farm Fresh and she'd be like, I like to get a horseradish, Marlboro Light, molasses, like that. You had to like, so she still did it, but she was the horseradish and molasses lady.
That is good.
So I'm
That is
scared.
good.
I don't want to turn into that. So
Yeah. Yeah. We have to watch it around my house now because we never really said many curse words at all.
Yeah.
We owned a preschool, so we couldn't do it. And then once I sold it and then COVID happened, we started saying bad words around our house. And I noticed that my 21-year-old's really letting them fly. And our granddaughter's over there every day and she's speaking like a parrot. You know, she's parroting us now. So I'm like, you've got to stop that. So I guess if we have any resolution is for me to say, don't say any bad words in my house right now.
Wait a minute. Is your granddaughter speaking cuss words?
No, she
Damn,
isn't.
I was hoping she
No,
Sorry,
no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no cuss words at all. But
I'm sorry. Some of my favorite videos to watch, and I know it's bad, are little kids on TikTok saying cuss words.
It is.
And I know you've seen those videos.
Yeah.
I've watched those things over and over.
I saw a comment that said that if you cuss, you're lacking vocabulary skills or like you don't have class. That's not it. I just think I'm an overly expressive person. And when I want to make a statement, I will use the biggest words possible.
That's what overly expressive people do.
Yeah. No, it's not that I don't have a vocabulary. I've got a great vocabulary. I was a writer. I was a journalism minor. Like I've got a fantastic vocabulary, but I just, for me, it emphasizes things. And I do think that the F word is the worst one. Yeah. I think most people can handle like shit, damn.
Yeah.
Like I think those float right over people's heads and they don't think it's a big deal.
Truck.
Yeah.
Well, the F word now is so overused because it used to be if you said F this or whatever, it was like profound. Like, oh my gosh, she's really mad or whatever. Now people say it in everyday vocabulary. It's lost its oomph to me.
I'm going to try to not say the F word. That'll be my New Year's resolution.
That's good.
Because I think other well-placed cuss words are really funny because you can use shit as like a verb, a noun.
Yeah, true.
I'm always like, you got to be shitting me. Like I can never not talk like that, but I think I can rein back the F word a little bit because I get, as much as I don't care what other people think about me, I do get how it looks kind of, and my mom would be thrilled because my mom never cussed growing up. She still yells at me if I cuss in front of her. And so with my kids, I'm like, because my kids cuss and I'm like, hey, just don't cuss in public and don't cuss in front of your grandma and don't cuss at each other. Like you can cuss in front of each other, but don't cuss at each other.
Yeah, I get that
I know that you're not somebody who goes out a lot and that you're a homebody and you like crime.
I love
documentaries.
Crime. Yes.
And popcorn.
Yes.
Do you have plans for New Year's?
No.
She's going to eat popcorn.
Is there a hockey game on New Year's?
So honestly, it just depends on my kids because, if one of them are home, I want to be home with them. But like if they all go out and do something, then I don't really want to sit at home by myself.
Exactly.
So, but the thing is, kids don't make plans till the last minute. So I don't know.
True.
What does this have to do with murder though?
No, just meaning that you like to sit in on Friday nights and watch murder mysteries. You told me that.
Yeah. Oh,
and crime documentaries.
Every Friday night.
So I didn't know if that's what you're going to be doing for New Year's.
Yeah. And like this girl who murdered her mom or her
oh, yes.
Gypsy Rose just got out of jail yesterday.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought her up.
I was going to drive down and literally watch her come out and cheer.
That would have been exciting.
But they wouldn't let people on the premises. They said it ahead of time.
Why is that?
Just because I don't think they wanted the circus sideshow there.
Yeah.
Of like, and if you don't know the Gypsy Rose story, it's incredible. And there are so many documentaries on it. On Netflix. If you just Google the Gypsy Rose story, you'll find it.
I saw you post and I did. And then Lizzie posted about it as well.
Was that local?
No.
Well, it's not. It's somewhere because was in Missouri prison in Springfield. I don't know if Springfield, Illinois. I don't know where the prison is.
Oh, correct me if I'm wrong. Not the St. Louis area, but it's in Missouri.
Yeah.
Because she was at the.
I thought it was in southern Missouri.
No.
right?
Actually, northwest Chillicothe.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
oh,
Well,
yeah. Okay.
Kelly
Correction
mentioned
facility.
she was going to go down there and cheer, and I was wondering.
Yeah, it was only
where
like a
that
couple
was.
hour drive, but I'm getting to the point now. It sucks because we're going into winter, so we're getting a lot of reruns and stuff. Or I will sit down to watch my murder show on like Friday night, like Dateline. It'll pop up and they'll start telling the story. I'm like, damn it, I already know this one. Like I know this one front and back.
Why did this one capture your attention so much? Because there's so many stories out there and you watch many of them.
Well, because she was a little girl whose mom had this insane, I don't know if it was like the Munchausen by proxy or whatever it is, where she made her daughter think she was sick and made her think she couldn't walk and shaved her head and made her take all of this medicine and all of these crazy things that happened. And once she got old enough to realize like this did not, like, I'm not sick. Like, she's been making me sick. She's been giving me medicine. She's been shaving my head. She's been telling me that I can't walk. And the more she told her boyfriend at the time, he went in and killed her mom. And she was, I think either she was there or she didn't actually kill her. It was the boyfriend. But I mean, she reached her breaking point. And then when you see what this kid has gone through, murder's never right. I get it. But when you are trained from the day you are born and you are shoved into this life that was a big lie, like people reach their breaking point. And so a lot of people thought she shouldn't have been in jail for it, but she did get an early release. So she is out now. The first place she went was Ulta Beauty.
Oh,
to get
of all
makeup.
places. Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her, especially if, her mom was shaving her head and probably making her look ugly and all of that. She wanted to get out of prison and just.
I mean, she was arrested in 2015.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a long time.
And I think when you hear her talk in her interviews, like she's just so genuine about what she went through. It was a really hard thing for her. And, it's just parents are crazy. We had a parent in the Alton area do the same thing not too long ago. And it, for some reason, it didn't make the news as big as it probably should have, but that mom is in jail. And so it's just, I like the murder shows of like the Figure It Out. I really love the love triangle ones.
Yeah.
Like I don't hardly watch any kid ones. Like if it's like a child that was murdered, then it's not. Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah. But I love murder shows. It's my thing. So I might be on New Year's Eve just solving a murder.
Okay. Well, very good.
Yeah. Because I will sit, like there was one time, I guess this was like 4 or 5 years ago, and Jimmy texted me and he's like, did you just download a 6,000 page document to our Dropbox? And I'm like, yeah, I'm solving a murder. Don't worry about it. Like I had called like the state police and was like, I want these transcripts or I want this case file, and they'll give it to you for like $8. And so Jimmy's like, why is there a 6,000 page document in our Dropbox? I'm like, I'm solving a murder. Just back off. Don't worry about it.
Oh my gosh. Gypsy Rose allegedly going to the Chiefs game this weekend for real.
Wow.
To go take that in.
That could you imagine being isolated that long and then that's where you go as a Chiefs game? That's not healthy.
I got chills reading that.
That's
just
not healthy.
So bizarre.
You got to ease your way into being in the public because so many people will have so much to say to her that she's not going to be able to go anywhere.
Hey, this is another perspective though too. Lori says, I'm not convinced she didn't play along with mom, knowing all along she manipulated the boyfriend just like mom manipulated her. I'm not happy she's out. Well,
I mean, that's definitely a possibility that she also started manipulating, but that's what she was taught to do. Her only role model, her only like interaction with an adult in her life was a highly manipulative person. So you're going to
I mean, this is a tough one.
Yeah. So you're going to mimic, like the most important relationship to a child is the same sex parent. So you're going to mimic that. If that's all she's ever known, then she absolutely became manipulative probably as well. And this is her chance to undo that. And I mean, I don't know.
Is the boyfriend still in jail?
Yeah, he'll be in jail for I think forever because he's the one who actually killed the mom.
He did it.
Yeah. But she was so young when all this happened. And it's like, if that's how you're raised the whole time, then that's how you're going to act. So I don't know.
Well, it almost sounds like it. I would love to know the story of the boyfriend. I never thought about that angle that Lori is saying. I'd love to find that out now. Was he also... yes, obviously he was manipulated, but prior to that, did he have a bad home life? What would make him do that? Because I would hope my son, if he married, was with a manipulative girlfriend.
But I'm not
wouldn't
trying to be
kill
funny
me.
here over the situation, but Lizzie, men are dumb.
Oh, you're right.
Men are
Well,
easily molded.
Yeah.
Women
Yeah.
who realize this, if they're evil, they can accomplish a lot.
You're not wrong. I
And
would agree with that.
Men are just dumb, stupid, simple. We
No.
are.
Yeah.
And they're so easily managed by women.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
you're not wrong.
when he killed her, he put it on Facebook. Like, he's like, I just killed that bitch. Like, I mean, it was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch. Maybe that'll be my New Year's. What are you guys doing for New Year? Vic, you probably have some fancy ass party to go to on New Year's where you're gonna dress up.
I've got my kids.
Oh.
Or they'll be out. I don't know.
They'll be out. So then what are you gonna do?
I don't know. That's kind of one of those things because now my youngest is now at that age. He's 16.
Yeah.
And he's got a girlfriend. So he's with his girlfriend.
So
a
he's
lot.
gonna be doing his own thing.
And my other two kids that are back in town from college, from Columbia, out there at Mizzou, they've got boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah. Are you comfortable in a quiet house like that? Or is it
By
like
myself?
Yeah.
No.
No, you're not, are you?
But here's the thing. I'm getting more like that. There's been 2 times recently where I just sat in and didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to make things happen in my life.
Yeah.
Business wise.
I can't handle the side. The thing, I'm always home, but I always have a kid home. My kids are super homebodies too, because they're so busy all the time that it's like if they get the weekend off, they're perfectly content hanging out at home. They don't need to be with people all the time.
Yeah.
But when my kids start going and growing and leaving the nest, I will lose my mind. And that is why I'm trying to.
It's tough.
To get out of the house
it's
now.
It's tough. I've gone through it. It's tough.
Yeah. I'm lucky.
Summer was really hard.
Yeah.
Taking him to school.
My oldest did not go away to college, thank God. So he's still there. My middle one, Lucy, will. She'll be gone the day she turns 18. So Rocky is my oldest. He would live in my basement until he was 30 and work
I know guys like that.
and work at Walmart and be completely content with his life. And then he'd move next door. Like it doesn't take a lot to make him happy. He's not super driven, but not in a lazy way.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a job. He makes good grades. But he doesn't have like all these things where Lucy is like, I am moving to New York the day I graduate. She's already got a savings account for her to move. She's got a bunch of money in there. It's insane. But you know what she wants to do now, which is brilliant because she changes her mind all the time. My daughter, Lucy, she wants to go into sports broadcast. She wants to be a sideline reporter for like news for sports.
Mm-hmm.
And she would be fantastic with that. So
yeah, that would be great.
Mm-hmm.
I can really offer her some advice.
Yeah. Well, I hate to tell her that. I don't know. When I started getting into news was when they were only hiring Barbie dolls and like not like you don't see Greta Van Susterens get hired anymore.
She's over at Newsmax.
That is
now.
a lot. But here's the thing. Just like you, there's a place for personality, comedy, a brain.
Yeah.
I'm telling there is. If you know your sport, and you show it, there's a spot for you. There is. I mean, if you can have substance and sizzle, it's great. But substance and likability is even more important.
Well, I told her, I said, you need to start it now. You're in high school. You've got this great football team. You need to create a social media account where you're going down and you're interviewing the players and you're putting it on.
Yes. And
this
is good stuff.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, you need to start now. Like, you don't wait around for a job. You need to start creating that for yourself now. So we've already.
The other thing for that, too, to remind her of is that when you do that, you gain credibility.
Yes.
Which is the most important thing. And then people trust you. And I don't care if it's at the high school level, the college level, or the pro level. It's all the same.
So she's gonna interview different.
I can already see this.
Yeah, different.
There's a guy on ESPN where his whole job is just to get scoop.
Yeah, she's going to interview different like Howl athletes, and it'll all be super fun and clean, and like, you know, what's your favorite Taylor Swift song, and what, you know, she's got the great personality for that. And I think that if she builds that, then by the time they get to college, they're going to be like, look what she did by herself. Like, look at what she did without any help. Like, she's already halfway there. So I think she's going to be fantastic.
I don't know why this just came to my mind, but Nickelodeon might be a great spot for her to send stuff to out of the gate, just because they try to get loosely involved with sports.
Is that still a channel?
Yeah.
It is. It's not as big as it was. If you have not watched it, there's a documentary called Nickelodeon: The Orange Years, and it is on, I think, Hulu, and it is all about Nickelodeon and the 90s and the 80s, and they replayed like all those jingles, like Nick, Nickelodeon,
Oh, yeah.
like all these things you forgot about, and it really goes behind the scenes of shows like You Can't Do That on Television, and all of it's so good. If you are a member of Gen X, go watch the Orange Years of Nickelodeon.
Orange Years, okay.
The Orange Years. Yeah. It was
thanks
really
for
good.
jumping in with us today. We appreciate
It was fun. I'll pick out a slutty outfit and send you pictures.
Oh, can't wait. Can't wait to see it.
Hey, Megan Murray, if I send you her number, would you even be interested in that?
Yeah, I have slutty clothes. I mean, like if she's
Nobody said slutty.
Well,
not even me.
well,
Yeah, Megan seems pretty classy.
revealing,
Megan's really classy.
revealing.
Remember
clothes.
sleek
Mhm.
and
Sleek,
was it sleek and fitted?
Yes.
sleek,
Sleek and
Fit
fitted.
and yeah.
I'm just gonna hang out.
Slitted.
Slitted. Slitted. It's all slitted up.
Okay.
Kelly's
I
gonna
like
get slitted
slits.
up.
Yes. I will
Skirt slits.
I will pick out a sexy outfit that y'all approve in. I will go out in that sexy outfit and I will prove to you that I still don't get hit on. So
Okay. All right.
I look forward to that.
And
All right.
maybe it's
Lizzie, maybe you can come with me.
I'll come with you.
Because you can be my proof of like, no,
I will
nobody
be.
came
Yep.
up to her all night long. So
Yep. I'll come with you.
I'll think about this. I got some
No,
ideas.
Vic,
and we
you're
might
not
dive-
invited.
No, I'm not. I know. I know I'm not saying that. Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, probably better if I didn't try to set you up.
With who?
Yeah, nobody good.
Oh.
Yeah, don't set up with anybody unless they're golden.
You got the best
Unless they're
guy that
golden.
I know.
Yeah.
You were able to reel in a little bit already.
Trying.
Okay, guys, thanks for joining us. And what a great year it's been for 2023. Did we have a Patriots list or page to show before we get out this year? Did we need to show that or did it make sense? Because I know you were asking Alex. Do we have a Patriots page?
Yeah,
it
there
is
it
up.
is.
Okay, I'm sorry. And we appreciate so many people. This is just one. And by the way, if you're not on it, you will be. Just continuing to follow Stacy Kratz, Philip Souders, what's that? Teresa Clemens, Billy Jordan, Roland Thompson, Sean Newman, Lisa Jones, Tara Corseri, Patty Mungerkeedy, and Heather Harms. Guys, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. What a year it's been. We look forward to having even better 2024 at cancelthisshow.com. Like, subscribe, share the shows. Check out cancelthisshow.com. We have a merchandise page. We have a donation page. We're grateful for all of it.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy
Year,
New Year.
everybody.
So for David Sparks, who was in studio today, Projo in the house, Kelly Manno, Eric Johnson, who's sleeping after a long concert last night,
Yep.
Lizzie Sparks, I'm Vic Faust. Guys, thanks so much. We'll talk to you in 2024.